Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish. Hello everyone, evening. We are back with the live match reaction. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1. 2 points to start the season out of a possible 6. Not ideal. I'll start with the super chats. Sultan says, better performance today, but same old Liverpool. We are not great against low blocks. I miss Jota, man, that Nunez brother. Yeah, can't be asked to talk about him. TSF says Nunez really channeled his Markovic Benfica things.
Yeah, it's kind of mad, bro. Listen, I'll read the next one. 975 Jamrot says, I want to know what the skillets this mystery midfielders has that is so challenging to find. Skill set he's talking about. He re-signed Milner. I'm assuming he has the skill sets. Yeah, Jamrock, listen. Do you know what it is, Jamrock? Jamrock.
I can answer this. Matt, I can answer this.
Yeah, go on, bro. Go on.
As per our manager, Jurgen Klopp, we need to find a midfielder that is 1.95 centimeters and arrives late in the box and scores headers.
That's exactly what Klopp said, yeah. He did.
Do you guys know anyone who's... Just to put that... I'm going to put that in context. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Cool.
1.95.
Chris... where is it? Let me just get these super chats on. Hold on. Chris LFC 92 says deflated. Where do we go from here? Need new centimeters. Centimeters. We need new centimeters. We do, blood. According to Klopp, we need new centimeters, Carl.
So
1 meter 95.
The midfielder we need has to be 6'4". Arrive late. So maybe Souček from West Ham. Robbie, can you stop flicking my lip?
Yeah. He's a shark still, Souček.
Yeah, Souček. 1 meter 95, 6'4".
AJ says Nunez signing for Wolves. What is his? Is it actually true? Is he signing for Wolves? Matthias Nunez.
Couple people have actually said it still.
Well, we're out here signing James Milner because he looks like Steve. Because James Milner looks like Steve Rogers now, innit?
It's fine.
End game, innit?
We've got all the midfielders we need. It's fine.
You know that scene in Avengers where Steve Rogers gets the shield, Brock. You know, if Thanos mashes up the shield and then he just tightens it up. That's what Milner done. He just tightened it up. You know that bit there? Yeah. And he's looking around for help.
You know what, Matt? I'm going to be real. I'm not even going to speak on Milner. You see Milner, yeah? Milner's doing better in the number 8 position.
No, you're right.
Than Ox, Naby,
you're
Hendo,
right.
Curtis Jones.
He did.
And he's more available than Thiago.
It's not, if I'm being honest, it's not about James Milner's performance. It's
Milner.
Not about that. No, it's not about that.
I may have come around to the idea of Milner signing a new contract, bro.
No, I haven't. But what it is, I'm not going to use today's game to blame on him. That's one thing I won't do. Because today is not about James Milner's performance. It's not. It's more as a whole of our recruitment. It comes full circle to our recruitment. Because Klopp was the one that says, how do we get midfielder when we have all these midfielders? And he listed off the midfielders that he has, and he says he is happy with all of them because they all add something different. I won't go into it. You might know what he's already said. I'm not going to go into the specifics in it.
Also, by the way, let's not play that Patrick Vieira clip that we've got for about a month, yeah?
Yeah, we're not playing that for now. Mr. Diaz said
he did what he had to do, but, you know, I don't want to see that clip for a while.
In May, half the fan base will be Klopp out, right? Sultan says, I hope when Jota is ready, Klopp drops the central C. And next game, we can't drop points against United. And I know it's early, but we will not win the league. I don't think there can be any league talk. Just full stop, bruv. I can't even front. And you know me.
Only Liverpool can go from 2 games away from a quadruple to just not even doing anything the following season. Only Liverpool. We're the only club that does shit like that.
Do you want to shout here, guys? The only reason Nunez hasn't moved yet is because he's waiting to see what happens with Bernardo Silva. Nunez replaces Bernardo Silva.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And Bellingham replaces Gundogan next summer.
I agree. And just for Jamat's
and then we won't sign a midfielder. Tyler Moore will be back off loan and it'll be like a new signing.
Yeah, of course. Remember Harvey Elliott's new signing? Remember he signed a new deal. Did you guys not even miss the trick as well? You know, he basically just signed a 1-year extension. It was just a 1-year extension, but they made it into a big. Yes, it was.
Who's that?
You know, when Harvey Elliott signed a new deal, you know his deal was already running out in 2026. It's just that they basically extended it by 1 year, and you know, it's big things, isn't it?
No, but he must have got a massive pay increase on what the little.
He got a pay increase. No, he got a pay. He's gonna get a pay increase. But them man are making it seem like he's signed a fresh. But
no. If your money goes up, bro, then you've got.
Bro, it's not that. It's just PR at its finest. We're asking for a midfielder that they're gonna give us a Harvey Elliott. Anyway, I'm not trying to say. Anyway, 975 Jamot says it. This is what I'm saying. That he's bringing context to the argument. I agree with Jamot. I think Kopish is not about Milner. It's about what is the skill set he's looking for. I don't understand it. If you re-sign a player, that means the player gives you what you're looking for. Facts, bro. Facts. I understand what you're saying. I understand you fully, Jamot. Sam Max Legend says Klopp said in pre-season PR, this is a what? Klopp said this is a what?
A transitional season.
Season.
Did Klopp really say that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe it is.
DA says, put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on the heart. Say if we are mediocre or good enough to get close as winning a quadruple last season. We are predictable. Sadio, we miss you.
I do indeed.
BC says, notice how Diaz came alive when Nunez went off. Yeah, but I just think that's.
I don't think that's got anything to do with it.
I don't think. Yeah, that's got nothing to do. They can't play together. That's just Diaz taking over the game and having to do something like out of the extraordinary to like make sure we even got a point. Fair play to him because he understood the assignment. Ornstein said it today. Very likely Bernardo stay. Well, let's see.
Yeah. Bernardo's not leaving, man. He's not leaving.
If Barca push, I think they might get him, but let's see what happens with there. Beretta 93 says, Jude, don't jinx this. Fab, Hen, Milner doing the Klopp style 4 years. They are dead. Need 2 new CMs with pace and power because Klopp style don't use creative mids. But man said we need an engine. Man might have to go for someone like what? I don't even know, Declan Rice or something, innit? Good player though. Willem Moodley says, our team is simply not ready. When Salah had a run of missing goals, Mane used to fill in. Could Diaz be that striker? We'll have to wait and see. But Diaz played well today. Done his thing. Got us a draw. Mamadou says Eze is a baller or a dribbler.
He's both. Quality young player.
Both. He's young, bro.
Quality young player.
You got to remember he's playing for Palace. They're a counter-attacking team. Not that they hold on to the ball. Eze was playing for a City or a Liverpool. You can imagine the damage he would do, even in Arsenal. The chat is flying right now. 975 Jamot says, what did Jerry J say about Jurgen Klopp? Okay with competing?
Yeah, apparently in Pep Lijnders' book, there's actually a quote from Klopp that says he's just happy as long as he's competing, which is. But remember when you lot looked at me sideways when I said that he's nowhere near as much of a winner as Pep? Guardiola, and you lot was like coming at me because it was like, oh, I'm doing the like defending.
Pause.
I told everybody there's nobody in world football that wants
hold on then Drift. Hold on. So if you believe what Klopp just said, then everything he said this summer you have to believe as well, then, yeah?
No, it's a bit different when you're talking to a man in his autobiography.
Here we go.
No. When you're talking to a man in his autobiography, you're going to tell the truth. It's a little bit different to talking in a press conference with a load of people ready to write anything negative about your club. That's totally different.
So because it's on paper, it's different to being...
No, because you're not going to lie in a man's autobiography. That's disrespectful to the person whose book it is. You're not going to do that. But we're talking about...
You're not going to lie in a man's autobiography.
No, because like that's disrespectful. Like if I'm going to talk about if somebody's writing a book about real life and I lie in the book,
so what you're saying is Klopp would rather disrespect the fans and disrespect Pep Lijnders. That's
he's not disrespecting the fans.
But that's what you're saying. It's one or the other. You can't.
He's saying what needs to be said for the media to not run wild with an agenda against players.
Like civil war, you pick a side. You just pick a side. You can't do the whole. Oh, Klopp means it then.
No.
No. Cal's got a point. We can't do this whole he means it then for the book, but he doesn't mean it for the media. Like we can't keep
doing that. It's a factual book. you don't lie in a factual book. A press
you don't
conference
lie in
where
a
man are
book.
looking, a press conference and people are looking for a reason to slate your
cool.
players is totally different.
All
Bro.
right,
It's not
that's
the
fine.
same
All
thing.
right,
I
let's
can't
leave it.
believe you lot are even arguing this.
All right, let's just leave it there. Klopp would never lie in a book. Cool. Right. Timmy says, trusting Klopp, joke man, he's human and makes mistakes. And Nunez was doo-doo today and did that. That's your guy, Drifty, and love for you guys for being real.
You know what?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Let me
Let's
jump
just get
in.
through the supers. Let's get through the.
No, really quickly, Matt. Sorry, Timmy. Appreciate the super. But Drifty didn't sign Nunez, and Drifty ain't the reason Nunez got sent off tonight. Right.
But not even just that. What? Because he did something bad in his third game for Liverpool. What is man just dashing him out and that's it? Now he like no one's gonna.
But they're doing that player association thing, innit? Because remember when when he starts
banging in the goals,
for me.
then I want to see everybody start doing the whole.
What it is, Drift. Yeah, you have to take the rough with the smooth. What it is that. It's player association, what some people like to do. Because when Naby Keita skews a ball out wide, they say that's my guy. But
Naby's had a Liverpool career worth of not.
But it's still player association.
Nunez has been here for 3 games, and man are ready to.
You're missing my point. It's player association.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just talking.
I'm trying to back both of us by saying yes. Even though you may favor a player, we don't control what they do. That's my whole argument to both of us, bro. I'm defending both of us, bro.
Yeah, but I've actually seen a lot of people talking about how like bad Nunez is or whatever. You just see certain messages that start floating around.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
there's gonna be
man's having
opinion.
his third game and everybody's gonna start.
But what it is, I think what it is, some people have had reservations from before he signed, like myself. But what it is though, now because Liverpool have lost, people are now obviously gonna pile on. But that's where there's certain things you just look at, you know what I mean? You don't even give that the energy, but it is what it is. Kyle Lewis says, who's starting up top next game? United go above us if they win. What does that say? Team too cocky, too arrogant. Hard work is why we got to where we are. Facts, Kyle Lewis. Absolute facts. Big at yourself. I'm going to fly through these supers, people. So, yeah, just bear with me, please. Hearty Mama says, anyhow, Boychester divided beat you 2 points behind. Yeah, let's see about that. Sam
it's the Old Trafford, right?
I can't remember.
Boychester divided is very funny, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm never gonna laugh at a club that we're not even doing much better than.
Sam Max Legend says,
hold on, Jeff. Sorry, we're not doing much better than Man United.
Come on, let's save this for later.
They've got no points. We've got 2 points. We're not doing much better.
Guys. Let's just read for this, and then we can get into that conversation. Sam Max Legend says, Klopp don't want a midfield, wants creativity from the wings.
Well, then buy a fucking winger then.
Max Kellerman says Klopp wants to be an underdog. He loves it.
There's a part of me that believes that is real, actually.
Sultan says, imagine if calling was today. Geez, the rant's absolute scenes. I want to let it out, but it will take 10 super chats. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Yeah. Vince's viewpoint says a question. Why are all our under 20 so tiny, but everyone else is huge and muscular? Also, we lack attack strategy. Just hoof and hope. Boy. I'm not gonna lie, man. Pep Lijnders played a blinder with that book. He talks about our patterns of play and that before the season started. Bad man. Star Dazin says, guys, I don't understand it. Mane and Diaz completely different players, and why not change formation and style of play? I'll leave 4-2-3-1. Klopp drunk on false 9. Boy. AJ says, Wolves 50 million euros on Nunez medical this week. It's embarrassing now. Salah missed Mane a lot tonight.
I'm not going to lie. If Wolves actually pull off Nunez for 50 million, the entire Liverpool higher structure, no matter who it is, even if you want to put Klopp in there, for a moment, can suck out.
Drift, remember the conversation we had earlier? We just, AM says, I told you, man, I didn't want Nunez. He's dead food. I mean, fair enough.
This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Like,
no.
Respect, AM is one of our regulars. But I want to say many when he starts banging in goals.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
That's 3 games in, a man, them are on his back
that's
like
fair.
that.
No.
That's fair as well, Drift. But at the same time,
he's just saying,
if he feels that way after what he's seen so far, we kind of got to take it on the chin as well, bro.
Dead food.
But you don't have to grieve. That's just something big.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Let's not get too over the top with it.
No, come on, Drift. We do it all the time, bro. We'll watch a player play for another team once or twice, and we'll say they're dead food.
That's banter though, bro. If it's a player who plays for
No,
our team,
come
after
on.
3 games, you don't call man dead food,
Drift,
bro.
come on, we mean it when we say it, bro. Come on, Drift.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't care what I say
Taki
about other
Minamino, bro.
clubs. I don't care what I say about other clubs.
I'll do it all
but
or
if this
nothing,
is
bro.
our
Come
club,
on.
we cannot start calling a man dead food after 3 games.
No.
When he scored in the other 2 games. Like, come on. Like, come on. I'm not even having to go at AM. I'm just talking about everyone in general. Let's calm down. The man has got 2 goals in 3 games for Liverpool. Yes, he did something stupid today. But are we actually going to call man dead food? We only got a point against Fulham because him and Milner came off the bench and changed the game. He scored past City in the Community Shield. And then he has a mistake today. And now he's dead food all of a sudden. Come on. Come on,
Bro,
now, let's not go.
Jeff,
come on, man.
yeah, no, but what you gotta understand is
Come
people are
on,
gonna have
come
their
on.
opinions, and they've had it from before. But what it is that if something happens, they feel more vindicated to have that opinion. But you don't have to agree with it, bro. But you don't even have to agree with it, bro. I hear you because obviously you.
But the
Yeah.
only reason I'm addressing it isn't even to have a go at AM. It's because I know that's what a lot of people are going to start coming with. So I'm trying to let man know, pump the brakes on that Nunez abuse.
Nunez fine.
No, because as a fan base, we still got to stick together. Like, pump the brake on that Nunez bullshit.
No. But
like,
what I'm saying is,
we can't just turn into some abuser man because he got red card in the game.
No. All I'm saying is though, because here's the thing. This is how football works. We all know this, innit? When you have bad results, everyone's negative. Everyone will start pointing fingers and red tear. That's why I say, listen, people, let out your frustration because obviously we got a game in a week's time against Man United. If you lay it out now, the frustration, lay it out now, innit? And then we go again. Just know that tomorrow's a new day, innit? Like, but don't get me wrong. Like, I don't even want to, like, the guys, we don't want to do this show right now because we're so hella frustrated, but we understand that like everyone's got frustrations. We need to talk about what's happened and where we went wrong. But let's try as a fan base though, just to just be like, let's not go overboard, innit? We're all disappointed, we're all angry, we're all upset. Everyone right now just wants to just, I don't know, do a madness, but let's just try and rationalize what happened. That's to everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And dead food is going too far. That's all.
No, I hear that, but we don't have to. We don't have to rise to everything, no, Drew. We don't have to.
I'll tell you something else as well. Yeah, that I just wanna state. I am a very, very big believer in not letting teams badge you up, and I've been always annoyed that we're a bit soft. So even though I hate the fact he got sent off and it was a bit stupid what he did, it was petulant. I love the fact we got a man in our squad now that's not having it. If you look at the way Crystal Palace are roughing us up in that game and getting away with it, what he did was petulant, but his frustration just boiled over of what they were getting away with. They were roughing us up all game and the referee was saying nothing.
Drift, I got this. Do you know why, Drift? I completely disagree with that. Because now he's a target for every single centre back in the league.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. I like that a man ain't having it, bruv. I don't want everyone to think Liverpool's some pushover easy game.
Guys, we can get onto this with player ratings. Guys, let's go to this play. We'll get because we're gonna touch on everyone. Remember, we're gonna get onto everyone. Henry Lewis says, Darwin aside, no one deserves more blame than Klopp. If Diaz doesn't score worthy, we're bested by a low block again. Blueprint to beat us is clear. Yeah, or it's actually in your bookstores right now still. Sultan says, Drifty, you're my guy, but let's be honest, man, Nunez is not that good, bro. You can see it. And I know you know ballers when I know you know ballers when you see one. He's not worth 85 M's.
He's a gunman. I never said he's a baller. I said he's a gunman.
Code Command says Klopp is going same way as Wenger. Peterson says, I'll take Buvac anytime, man. Pep is a linear coach. Erlin says, we not fans if we turn on 22-year-olds laugh out loud. Peterson says Klopp sat Buvac because he is no yes man like Pep. Sam Max Legend says people in the chat saying Klopp out. Who we get instead? Don't know. Guess we can read a book about it. AAOM says I didn't hear anyone complaining when we signed Darwin Nunez. 975 jump, so there's a lot of people who would be okay with Nunez failing because it would make them feel better because they wanted a different forward. Kind of effed up.
Facts.
Sultan says, Drifty, okay, I get it. We should back our players and all that, but he's not good, bro, and I don't care as long as he scores. But he misses a lot. And AM
says,
Drift, Drift, I've had that opinion on Nunez since last year. They say me being reactionary.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And
If that was how it was, then that's fair.
Andali says Nunez missed 3 chances today. I can't lie, Drift. He's dead. Razor says Nunez versus Romero gonna be mad. Bayesian says, fellas, is that a 3-match ban for Darwin? Yes, because it's straight red, bro. Violent conduct. Star Daisian says Kate on the bench doesn't even get a sniff. What the F?
I wonder why.
Alexander says still can't beat low block, but intensity is intensity. BC says, which makes you question Klopp more, the faith he has that we don't need anyone, or the belief that we don't? I have faith in Klopp, but this squad, jeez. Stephen O says, why is everyone on Pep? Can the man not make a book?
Can I answer? All serious, can I answer that one? Can I answer that one?
Yeah,
on a serious level.
Yeah, go.
I don't have a problem with anyone going out there making their money and doing what they want to do. I don't. But can anyone tell me the last time an assistant manager came out of a book in the middle of their career and then did a press tour about it? This book tour and this book stuff about Pep has taken more. There's been more stuff about that than there has been about our squad and transfers. And I'm not being funny. Like, if I had a safe in my house with a code and money in there, I'm not going to drag random people off the street, bring them into my house and tell them the code to the safe, because I don't want people taking my money. You've written a book. You've gone on all these different shows. You've done a YouTube video explaining the tactics you use, and we're meant to sit here and be like, oh, let's go and surprise this team with how we play.
No, allow it. That's not even a laughing team. Massive drapes and strangers off the road.
Then I'm also seeing social media posts where he's making every man stand with the book and pose. Like, sorry, is this force feeding as well? Like, can't you just put your book on the shelf and hope it sells?
No. What I will say, even though what you're saying isn't wrong, I do also believe in the men behind the scenes being allowed to shine now and again. And like, if Klopp believes that Pep Lijnders is a massive part of the success,
you think this is shining?
Then I don't have an issue with him wanting Pep to get praised for being a part of the success.
That's fair enough.
No, man said it's shining.
But why is he doing more talking than Klopp in the media?
No, all of that stuff.
No disrespect to anybody that releases a book if you're a thing, but normally, if I'm not mistaken, whether you're a player or coach or wherever you are, manager, yeah, you release them things when your time's done. Man's actually released. Here's the joke. He hasn't just released the book before he's retired. He's released the book after we tried to go for a quad and said, yo, let me tell you something about us, yeah? You man don't know what we do. Do you know why?
That book would have been getting made from the last 12 to 18 months. So it's not like he just randomly made it during the summer.
Can I be honest? I don't give a damn if you wrote it over the last 5 years.
Because if we won the quad, that book would have come out and it would have been amazing.
We didn't.
You can't just throw away all that work.
My whole argument, my whole argument is this though: do that when your time is done, or when you're not with, like, bro, you're doing it, and we're about to go into a season, bro. We've had to change what we've had to do.
Very arrogant.
I can't even lie, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we're only saying that because we haven't started well. I don't think people
again drift.
No, but I actually had. Yeah, go on.
I'm not being funny. Didn't I say about a year ago that I started speaking about Pep Lijnders and I got dragged for it?
No, but I do believe we're only grilling him about the book because we're not doing well at the moment. If we were doing well, no one would care he made a book.
No, we would. Shall I tell you why? Because
we never said nothing a couple of weeks ago about his book. Why would we
speaking about the book all summer, bruv?
But we've been saying, why did he? Yeah, we've been making jokes like man's releasing a book.
Probably not WhatsApp group. I've been talking about. I've just not said it on here because I just didn't want the backlash from it.
We can't defend a man that's just releasing book before season start, bro. And obviously he's so important to what we do. He creates our attack. He creates our patterns of play, bro.
I remember when everybody told me to watch the Pep Lijnders video because it was so interesting.
God,
remember, like, I only watched it because everybody made me watch it.
No, that's fair enough, Drift. But then he's released a book. Every day in the media, he's talking about this tactic or how we break down this team or do that, how we attract players, how we... Like, bro, like, That's like me telling you, man, every position me and the missus do. Like, you don't need to hear about it. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, I don't need them visuals.
You don't. Guy, on a real, imagine I picked up the phone. I was like, you, man, they tried something new the other day. Still you want to hear about it. You'd be like, no, I don't.
Not even that. Not even that. You put it in a WhatsApp thing.
Yeah, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm your boy. If
team.
you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. I would just say I don't really think you should put it out there. Like
need to do, no, but the whole point is that you're putting business out like that when you don't need to be. Like, what's man? Anyway, moving on. We got super chats to talk about. Listen, I'm about to say bomb Pep Lijnders. That's a bit harsh, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like the book thing, I just think it's just the wrong time personally. But it is what it is. But you say, hey, listen, shut up, whoever said that about you look like Andy Carroll. You idiot. But love for the super chat. Love. This ain't the time, brother. This ain't the time. Mackenzie said Nunez. Is the Nunez thing
Yeah,
anyway.
bro. Look, let me. I just saved this one.
Don't,
bro.
please don't.
It's not super. Look, Wolves are closing on a Nunez, 45 million plus 5 million in add-ons. There's no way all of these people are saying this stuff.
No, don't worry, man. We're gonna interrupt the deal, innit? We're gonna do what we did for the Diaz thing.
Apple juice across the room, Really
Timmy says, guys, I want him to succeed, but I didn't rate him. He's obviously talking about Lijnders.
Right.
Godson says
Nunez. That was Timmy talking about Nunez.
Oh, Timmy. All right. Godson says Nunez will show a certain man who don't believe. Yeah, no. Listen, I hope he literally does the thing, bro. Steven says
it's Romano talking about the Nunez thing, so it's happening. Whenever Romano says, "Here we go," it's done.
Man said if you got a sniff, it's on. You're getting the wrong impression of the book, guys. Really? I don't know. Maybe we are, bro. Maybe we are. Star Dating says, I think if we had Dope's cams, Nunez would be unleashed. But our midfield and style of play ain't got that style of play to unleash Nunez full ability.
We're asking man to just get on the end of a whole load of spammed crosses, bro.
So whose fault is it that the CMs are the same?
Sorry, can I just address two people in the comment section real quick? Is it Noah Hyde 72? You're sitting there mocking someone who's making super chats. I'm sorry, but if you're one of those people who think you can super chat or you have to super chat over a certain amount, see yourself out of the chat. If someone super chats 1p or £100, it's the same value and it's the same integrity that we showed you.
So if you don't like it, Carl, if they're being stupid, just take them out, bro. Just take them out. We ain't got time for that.
And then also, LFC,
don't be disrespectful.
Don't disrespect anyone's contribution.
Anybody. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Don't do that on there.
Facts.
Everyone's valued on there. So if you don't like what someone's donating, then go watch something else. And then also, LFC Gamer, you call yourself a Liverpool fan and you're asking me to speak about Gerrard slipping in the league and all that. Go and find a sock, a dark room, and slap something on your phone and do your thing, man.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just take him out the team. What's going on?
We're not gonna disrespect Gerrard. What are we even talking? Anyway, let's keep.
Bro, it's
apparently
weird,
because
bro.
I'm annoyed that Darwin Nunez got sent off, so I must address what Gerrard did back in 2014.
There's some weirdos in the chat. I swear to you.
Find a dark room in a sock.
Listen, all I'm saying is this year, Liverpool lost today. Yeah, we are. Listen, let me put it like this. Sorry, yeah.
It feels like we lost.
No, we lost. We lost.
Look, regardless, we didn't get the result we wanted today. Yeah, and all I'm saying to people, yeah, you can be annoyed. That's when I said, like, if you're frustrated, like, you can talk to us, innit? But be respectful. If you can't be respectful, don't talk. And if you can't talk, don't type. And if you can't type, go bed. And if you can't go bed, do whatever you want to do, because we ain't got time for that. Big man thing. We ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Drift ain't got time for that. Cal ain't got time for that. Facts. We're moving on. Right. AAOM says Pep is the opera. He sold our tactics and secrets. No, I can't. V2 says Darwin. Welcome to the Premier League. You're 6'2" and got manhandled by Anderson. Nah, do you know what? Anderson
he never got manhandled.
He's giving it back because I don't think he got manhandled. He's giving it back, but he obviously went too far. And Gahey didn't win headers, no hold up play, just wants to run in behind. The one that Anderson got in his head needs to adapt. I disagree with that.
With all due respect to the Super, Vitu, big up yourself. You know what I mean? But that's not true. He did win headers. He was running in behind. He just had a moment of madness.
Yeah,
We
I
can't
agree.
go
He was a
so
menace.
over the
He was a
top.
menace.
And
He
you know
missed
what?
chances, but it's a menace.
Even the 2 chances that he missed, you could still arguably say the run he made and the control he made before he mishit the shot, he still created for himself at the same time. You know what I always say to you, look, I don't like to be too harsh on a player. If he you see when Diaz scored his goal, if he does all of that and then his shot goes over, you can't grill him for missing the shot when he created the chance for himself. Do you get what I mean? Like, you have to add context to it.
He's not meant to score that. Nunez is meant to score his chances.
No, but it was beautiful chest control and then a good tackle from the Crystal Palace defender. Yeah, we wish he'd scored, but you can't just go overboard. No, but it was a good tackle.
Hit it right.
It was a good tackle, bro.
No,
we saw the replay. The defender got a foot to it, bro.
Because he didn't hit it right, bro. If he hits it right, the defender don't get a chance to tackle.
The only one that I will say, nah, he flopped that was the one when it was about 10 minutes into
guys.
Let's
Play. Remember, let's get through this, and then we're gonna get to, because I think this is where we can really, because I know everyone's got a lot to say on Darwin Nunez, and it's fair because obviously he has contrasting views from tonight in it. Dean said, I big up Dean. So I disagree with the Darwin hate. He played okay in the first half, even though he didn't get proper service either. I guess one mistake is bad enough. Sultan says, didn't hear Drifty clearly, but I heard Jota. I'm just saying, wait till Jota comes back and drops him. Watch. Jota took us to the final. He carried us, man.
Sultan, I have no doubt. You're talking about one of my other boys. Jota's a gun, man. I have no problem if Jota takes Darwin's place in the starting lineup. I'm just saying Darwin is a gun, man. Like, he is. Like, usually, if you feed him properly, he will score goals. Like, it is what
I think the pressure, and just to add to that quickly, I think
this is his home debut. Cal pointed it out. That's probably why he lost his head a bit. It was his home debut today. But still, it's a lot of pressure.
Let's we'll get, because I can see we really need to talk about Nunez. Vitu says defenders will test Nunez now. True. Imagine West Ham, Chelsea, Spurs, City. 5'9" Salah was holding play better than him at strikers when that red was given. I think to be fair though,
Salah's touch is impeccable.
Not only that, I think the ball that has been played to Salah was very different to the ball that Nunez was getting. I think if you watch carefully, they're playing Diaz to Salah a lot, and like they kind of know how to play with him. Remember, he's been fundamental for years. Darwin, they're still probably unsure, like in a weird way, like, oh, what's the best ball to play to him that we know he's definitely going to hold on to? Sometimes it was a bit hit and hope, and yeah, I understand when Kyle was even talking about, Trent like spamming and just thinking, he's just going to either hold it up or Nunez just has to caress that. So I understand that. Who's next? Godson says...
That's a half pause still.
Yeah, that's true still. Klopp hasn't said nothing, so I'm not bothered. So I'm trying to make me laugh, bro. We got to be serious, man. We're just flipping through, bro.
Nah, if I don't laugh, I'll cry, bro.
Nah, I hear that. Is this crisis? Or are we trusting the carrying the pain? Is this a crisis or are we trusting the process? We're about to find out, bro.
It's a mini crisis.
Liverpool top man, pressure makes diamonds. Still think Diaz can't finish. No, it's true. Diaz, amazing finish. We'll talk about Diaz. We'll talk about Diaz. We'll talk about Diaz. Listen, we'll talk about everybody.
Nobody doubts Diaz, surely.
David, no, bro. Listen, anyway. Stop trying to draw my name. Maybe I'm tripping, but I've got this weird feeling we lose United. They'll part the bus and hit the counter. No, we ain't got time for that. I hope that doesn't come to fruition, my brother. Jama says Guardiola has depth books on his time at City. Sorry, in-depth books. I'm just rattled today, bro. Jay, the activist, says Nunez was literally the hero last week, and now he is shot all of a sudden. Yeah, it's kind of mad still.
Shit, all of a sudden, bro. Just say it, bro.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to go that deep. Command said 5 stars are just handed City all. Obviously, laugh out loud. Laugh my ass off. Sorry. Yeah, the 5-star thing has helped City a lot. 975 Jam says the book is an unnecessary distraction. Period. Yeah, I think it is as well. BC says, guys, Pep said, nah, I ain't gonna sign. Pep said, nah, I ain't signing. No non-disclosure.
And when Jamro said that thing, I just can't help for those. Those American women that go, period.
Yeah. Calm says Nunez is down walls. We should get Neves. This.
But they want 80 mil for Neves, bro.
well, they're off their marbles about 18 mil. They mad.
That's how much they want
I
for
don't
him, bro.
18 mil. They're smoking.
And people forget he's only 25.
I don't care, bro. He's worth about Ruben's
40.
worth about 30, 40 max.
No, 40, he's a 40 million. He's a 40 million pound player.
Maybe. Max Kellerman says Klopp is his own worst enemy. So stubborn. He is very stubborn, Klopp.
Cal, can you do a Max Kellerman impression?
Nah, that's difficult still. Max is kind of difficult.
Max is quite hard still. Peterson says Klopp said he is proud of the performance today. Laughing out loud emoji still. Tahir says I don't understand Klopp, Everton, and Liverpool transfer policy. We have injuries and no one.
He should be proud of that performance. On a serious note, I'm being serious when I say this. Going down to 10 men, getting an equaliser, and keeping pressure on a good team. He should be proud of the performance after we went down to 10 men.
Okay, so yeah, be proud of the reaction to the red card then. Don't be proud of the actual performance.
I think that's just translation in terms of his English. Remember, English isn't the first language. He should be proud of that team today. A lot of teams would have folded today.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Boy, we have injuries and no one to cover them. I don't want here next summer. We are in a mess.
We're next summer FC though, isn't it?
And Drift, this guy had 3 chances and missed. He's dead.
All right, man. All right.
Chris
I'm gonna keep these receipts.
I said it on Friday.
I'll wait till you finish on that.
Okay, cool. Chris Angel says, I said it on Friday on the show. Pep ain't it. This is getting embarrassing at the moment. Also, on a side note, Drifty, my wife look at the comp of Monday night. She said he isn't. What?
My wife.
What's this?
If my wife looked at
Monday night show,
compilation of...
she says he
said he isn't coming. Which player are you talking about though, Chris? Which player isn't coming?
Yeah, we're talking about a signing.
Numbers for you as well. Oh, you got numbers.
No, I remember. Oh yes, because remember. Oh no, I know exactly what he's talking.
Yeah, so
about.
Chris
talking about.
I asked Chris to ask his wife.
Yeah.
To manifest us signing a midfielder because every single time she says what's going to happen when she watches a game with Chris, it happens.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
He's letting me know that he spoke to her and she said, yeah, it's not happening. So we know officially now we ain't getting no one. And Cal asked for the lottery numbers as well.
Chris, I expect to see those lottery numbers in my inbox. I'll break you off something as well.
Right,
all I'm saying, if you see me in there with a new setup, you know what I'm going in it.
Yeah, 100%. That's just hit home that we're not getting no one before the window done, you know.
Bunny, if I win big, bruv, I'll sign a player, bruv.
Selection says Klopp. Why is Klopp playing Phillips over Gomez? Apparently, he wasn't fully fit. If he's injured, why is he on the bench? That's something you have to ask Klopp, brother. I'm not gonna lie. That's why the first thing I said to Kyle is what is happening with that Phillips. Klopp needs to tweak how we play. Just a bit predictable.
I'm not gonna lie, Joey played brilliantly when he came on, but it was only for 25 minutes. 90 minutes is a lot different. So, and I don't even think Nat played bad. I know people are gonna say he got caught out for the goal, but I've watched all our defenders get caught out in a high line like that across the years. So I don't think it's fair to just start going in on Nat. He had a brilliant game, to be fair to me. Won everything in the air, made some great tackles. Nat did not have a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. So.
I'll say that for the player ratings for my thing on Nat Phillips still. Nah, he didn't have a bad game, but there's things he could have done better. But then maybe a lot of the players could have as well, if I'm being honest. Pass says, better beat Boychester, divided -10 Hog.
I can't even call him -10 right now.
Sultan says, Arsenal having a title race. Am I dreaming for F's sake?
They're not having a title race.
They're 2 games in. They're when I say title race, really, but still.
It's 2 games.
But this is what I'm saying. No, but listen.
2 games in, they look better than us.
They got a vent. Everyone's got a vent, man.
But they played the same team we could have beaten Leicester. Leicester's better than Fulham.
Are they?
Come on. I know we like to banner Arsenal, but sometimes you got to pull the shades away and keep self-awareness. Arsenal started the season way better than we have.
Stevie says play style needs to change now and cost us over Robbo. We're gonna get onto that. Because when we get to play, we're gonna dissect a lot of things.
Costas came on and wasted the ball just as much as Robbo did. That man had
T
got
under-
the T virus.
I never had nothing to aim to.
He had nothing. He had nothing to work with, bro. I can't even lie, fam. I was about to say something, I would have got a shut down, but he had nothing to work with still. T_G Rock says, surprise Spearing didn't make the bench tonight. So am I, you know. Jay Spearing, I swear he's grown a beard as well, Jay Spearing. So just like Milner, he's grown a
We
beard.
ain't got the squad numbers to put him in, thankfully.
No, I'm sure Klopp will find a way. He's homegrown, right? He's homegrown. Klopp will find a way, right? Bass
Yeah,
Face in the space says, why is Klopp sleeping on generational talent? JAA. Who's JAA? Who's JAA?
Oh, Joey Gomez, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, we called him Giant.
Ja. 1975 Jammer says Jurgen Klopp would turn M. Nunez into an industrious mid.
He'd still be better as an industrious midfielder than what we've got right now, though, Jamrock. I hear you.
Selection says Philip should not be at Paul. The two big chances are his fault. Literally follow Zaha onside while VVD dropped off. Shake my head, sell him now. I'm not speaking on that because if I do, I know Demo's waiting for me.
We're not gonna do that, man.
No, remember. But he's fifth choice for a reason.
Did not play poorly.
No, you're right. As much as I joke around, he's fifth choice centre back. We can't expect fifth choice centre back to be
fifth,
good.
to be immaculate like the other. Yeah. Rory says everyone mentioning Darwin's chances, but forgetting Salah's. Allow the agendas. Obviously, poor result, but stick together. Harvey was brilliant tonight, by the way. No, Salah. I think
Harvey
for me,
was brilliant today.
I think he had more, but I could be wrong.
Can I quickly chime in on the Nunez thing before we do play ratings? I've not forgotten about Salah's misses, and I also hear what you say, Drift. Yeah, about him being a gunman, but that's the point. If he has 3 chances in the game and he doesn't score any of those, and in my opinion, at least 2 of those are clear cut, then you've got to be a gunman in it. Because if you're not doing what you're saying you're doing, then we have a problem. Because
which was a clear cut one?
The one in the first 10 minutes and the one where he scuffed it with his left foot.
But we all know that when a player jumps for the ball right in front of you and you're not expecting it, it's not necessarily clear cut.
Drift is clear, bro. If he's meant to be,
it's a good chance, but it's not clear cut. I think
all right, gunman over the years. Does Torres finish that, bro? Yes.
I don't know. I've seen him miss chances like that.
Come on, Drift. Torres finishes that. Fowler finishes that. Owen finishes that. Suarez finishes that. They're gunman. If we're calling him a gunman and they're 2 clear-cut chances, he's got to put them away, especially if the rest of his game isn't up to par. So it's not dogging him. It's not saying he's dead food or anything like that. But this is why I keep on talking about, and look, I'll keep it consistent. I said this with Jota. Having a gunman is a gift and a curse, because it can save you in a game that you've had a bad game in, but it can also expose for what you are as well. Hence why you need to have a variation to your game. And I feel as though him being labelled as a gunman, we are always going to look at him and think, right, you're not going to get involved in play. You're not really making the best decisions. Your first touch is off. Your passing's not great. All right, cool, fair enough. But if you're in front of goal, the minimum you should be doing is scoring 1 out of 3 chances. And if you're not doing that, then I think a conversation is very valid. Very valid. When the ball's bouncing off him like a trampoline, when he's making wrong decisions, we saw it certain times where he ran in behind. And instead of him taking a touch and seeing what's going on, he just decides to volley the ball across the box or shoot from crazy angles. That's not news in football now. So if we're going to critique him on that, I think that's fair. And my point with that is we either have to completely change the way we play, which in my opinion, I don't think you should necessarily have to do if you're bringing someone in, or he's going to have to get on vibe and he's going to have to get on song and do what we have to do. Because with all due respect, and when this whole Haaland and Nunez thing was happening, I said, let's pump the brakes and let's not compare the two. Man City haven't really changed how they play.
They haven't.
All that happens now is that when he gets the ball, he's more direct than, say, a Jesus was or a Sterling.
But that's because they play great football, bruv. So
he's even looking to pass it off, you know. Like, listen,
right, Drift, I hear you. But Drift, that doesn't take away from the fact that before Crystal Palace scored their first goal, Liverpool Football Club had 3 clear-cut chances and did not stick one of them in the back of the net. That is on the players. And then after we go down,
I get that. But it was only one of them was Nunez, though.
Yeah,
those 3 chances.
But he's the gunman, no, Drift. This is my point. when we say and labeling things like the gunman and all this, in the same way when we say Virgil's the best in the world, but we see what he did tonight, we critique it because he's meant to be the best in the world, so that shouldn't be happening. When we call someone a gunman, we're expecting you to let off the shots properly, and he's not doing that.
Man City beat Bournemouth 4-0. Haaland has 7 touches.
Okay, and one of those was an assist.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. 7 touches is shocking in a whole football match.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Especially if you're dominating the match.
No, let me ask you a question, Drift. Would you rather your player have 7 touches and assist, or 80 touches and do no assists or no goals?
But that's obvious. But we're talking
and
about
get
the
sent
facts.
off.
No, but we're talking about the facts. A team who dominates possession against an inferior side beats them 4-0, and your striker only touches the ball 7 times. So let's not do the whole put Nunez down and then act like Haaland is like this complete baller. That's not the case.
I never said he's a complete baller, but Drift, he did what his job was. Did he do
the job against us in the Community Shield? No, he looked terrible in that match.
Drift. He scored. Didn't he score a brace in his first game for them in the league?
No, I'm not putting Haaland down. I'm saying let's pump the brakes on the Nunez.
Let's not compare the two, man. Let one of them.
No, I'm not making a comparison. I'm saying Nunez was good in the Charity Shield game.
No, he
came
was.
on and changed the game and got us a point against Fulham. And then he has a bad game today, as in, I don't think he was playing badly. I just think the mistake he made was the headbutt.
No, I'm not.
He wasn't having a good game.
No, but he missed them. I can't lie, Jeff. Them chances he missed.
No, I think he was having a good game, but he missed the sitter. There's a difference.
All I'm going to say is this.
He was involved in the game. He was a threat.
I'll be honest.
He missed the chance he should have scored. I accept
he may become a gunman, and I say may become a gunman, but I just think we have to. This is what I said. Like, let's not get carried away. We can't call him a gunman yet. I think it's too early, bro. I think Jota's kind of earned that
because gunman based on what he's already done for Uruguay and Benfica, not what he's done for Liverpool, obviously.
Well, you mean one season? Make him a gunman?
No, he's had 2 good seasons, and it's not just about that. You can tell when someone has just got very good finishing. Like, regardless, you can tell if you know ball, you can tell when someone is a good finisher.
Bro, there's times when he flashes at other. Cool.
He's trying to get used to being at the club. I still hear man making excuses for Sancho and Grealish, and then man they're playing Premier League.
No. You
can't. Just because we disagree on whether he's a gunman or not doesn't make you right or doesn't make us wrong.
It's too early to call man a gunman, bro.
You've got valid. But you've got valid points as to why you say he's a gunman. I think Matt's got valid points to say why he's not a gunman, because even though he might have scored a bunch of goals, if you watch his overall play when he's in front of goal, he doesn't always score. Sometimes he makes the wrong decisions and stuff.
Harry Kane misses chances. Everybody misses chances.
I'm not talking about just missing chances, Drift. It's making the wrong decisions. We can't sit here and... But all right, I'm going to ask you a question then, Drift. All right, 2 players are through on goal, Harry Kane and Darwin Nunez. Who are you expecting to score 10 out of 10? Who would you more likely put your money on?
I'll put the finishing part, Harry Kane. Having the pace to get away from the defender, Nunez.
No, but that wasn't what I asked. I asked finishing in front of goal, 1-on-1. You put more of your money on Kane, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because he's proven it over a longer period.
No, because he's just a better striker.
Because he's proven it over a longer period.
We can't call man a
no, I just think he's a better striker.
Not
even because of how long he's done it.
I just think it's too early for them type of talk there. It's too early for them type of talk.
And it's too early to criticize.
It's not early to criticize, Drift, when we've got basis to
No, but we're doing it on perform. No, but we're doing it game by game. We're not saying,
it don't sound like game by game to me.
Well, I'm not going to dissect the Fulham game because it's going to look like I'm nitpicking it in, but I can if you want me to.
Yeah,
but it's not going to solve anything.
Nunez. It's just going to become a Nunez thing. So let's just move on.
It's not becoming a Nunez thing, but you can't say certain things and then when I say certain things back, which I think are as valid as your things, say I'm just doing this or doing that.
People are negating the fact that he's a young player, new to the league, home debut.
No one's not saying that. All we're saying is
criticizing him is negating that stuff because you would take that into consideration and part of your criticism.
We bought a striker. No, Carl, just quick because we need to. We bought a striker for £64 million sterling. Yeah, regardless of whether he's 22 or 52, he was brought in for £64 million and he's now leading the line. We want him to score goals. His main job is to score goals. He scored, obviously, in the Charity Shield, and we all got happy, and rightfully so, because he scored. Then he obviously scores and creates bare havoc, and we were all happy against Fulham. He plays today, misses a lot of chances that he probably at least should have scored at least one and get sent off. People have the right to be annoyed at today. I'm not saying, and Cal's not saying,
I never
the man's
said
dead
that,
food. We're talking about
him,
today.
calling him dead food isn't talking about today.
No,
that's actually a character.
No, but
that's
ignore
actually
that.
that's
No,
actually
but
like an
I'm not-
overall player situation.
Ignore that, Jiff. When no one's like, come when people, in my opinion, when people are saying he's dead food and ready to, I think people are just going over a little bit over the top because they're annoyed about him getting the red card. That's what that's about.
So that I'm addressing the
But
whole
let's just
thing.
leave that there. We're going to talk about
Right.
Nunez.
I'm just saying we're
don't
talking
worry
about
that,
a player who's just come to the league, don't even speak English, and he's got 3 goals and assists in 3 games. Yeah, he made a fuck up today. He got a red card.
Yeah.
But the dead food thing and cussing him out and blaming him for everything, it's way over the top.
No, but
It's
John,
way over the top.
But this is why when I say, Joe, just in general as fans, when someone does something good, appreciate it, but don't go over the top. And when someone does something bad, you can criticize them, but don't go over the top. Because what happened is that when he scored that goal, people did get carried away, and we have to keep it real because as fans, we do that. But we also got to understand that people are going to criticize when something goes wrong as well. But obviously, there's just a level to it. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is, in my opinion. Anyway.
I'm just saying, in my opinion, I do believe, and I'm not talking to anyone in particular, I'm just speaking out loud. I believe there's men who genuinely do want to go, told you Nunez weren't good enough, and just wait for any excuse to put him down. But let's move on from the Nunez talk.
And I'm going to say this one last time as well to the people in the chat. If you're going to be disrespectful, I won't even say nothing. You're just going to get locked out. That's all I'm going to do. So you got your last chance. That's all I'm going to say. Because I think I'm tolerating quite a bit from people that want to be very negative today. Like I said before, everyone's peed off. But just please keep it respectful. Do you know what I'm saying? You can disagree with me, Coward Drift, that's fine. But you know what I mean? Articulate it. Don't just start coming in this guy mad and saying the most. Let's just keep it 100. Do you know what I mean? I'll remember your last couple of supers before we can get to the play ratings. Steve says, this is the perfect team for Rafa era. Just play deeper.
Yeah, Rafa did like having a target man still.
He did for real. Vitu says, who scored stats? Darwin, 5 shots, 1 long ball, 1 dribble, 1 back control, 0 shot on target, 0 aerial duels, 1 bullied, 0 key passes, 0 accurate crosses, 0. Right, you really wanted to point that out. Fair enough. Yeah, stats. But anyway, I appreciate it. I appreciate the stat. No, because I think he's trying to highlight the thing. But no, fair enough. Obviously, you wanted to highlight the thing, brother.
Didn't call him a dead baller. He just brought up stats.
But I hear that.
I'm just saying.
It's just frustrations. These are frustrated, but we can't. These are
I
frustrations,
don't
guys.
even think he was out of frustration. He just brought facts and stats to the table. We could but
he's bringing those facts because he's frustrated, though, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just highlighting what happened in the game.
No, fair enough. Luke D says Trent should have had like 4 assists today, man, for F's sake. Andil says we should have kept Divock. He finishes all 3 chances. Big up Tyrone. Love for the super chat, my brother. Appreciate it. David says, I think Jurgen Klopp should have tweaked his game plan when he saw Palace 3 centre backs. If I was Nunez, I would have played of Klein a bit more in the air. Big up Claire. She says, taking the record out of it as a fan base, we can at least let Nunez settle before we start asking him to score 1 out of 2 chances. That's a fair comment as well, Claire.
Right.
JP says, ever since we bought Nunez and didn't get Haaland or Kane, you've been on him. Need to give Darwin a proper chance. 12 months at least. Come on now. Man's asking for the 12 months.
No, hold on.
Man said sabbatical.
No, because that's obviously aimed at me. Have I once written off Nunez?
All you said is he wasn't your first choice, you know. People just want to run with that narrative.
Since we bought him, have I written him off once?
No.
It's mad, Carl, because you're supposed to like everything that my man does.
Really,
you've got to like, innit?
It's really annoying. Like, I'll be honest. Again, it really is frustrating and annoying. I'd rather people use what I actually say to batter me with than make up narratives. I've not once said I don't think he'll be good for us. I've not once said I don't think he'll succeed. All I said is on today's performance of what he did, he wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But by all means, feel free to tell me where he was good enough today, and I'll just take it.
For real. Anfield, Rosa, Nick, big at
Ridiculous, man.
yourself,
Everyone
bro.
just wants me to just agree with literally everything the club does. Sorry, I'm not doing that, man.
He
I've
says,
got an opinion.
No, of course, bro, of course.
You lot in the chat have an opinion, but if I have one, it's wrong. Come on, man.
Do you know what? Like I said before, everyone's just gonna start doing the most because everyone's annoyed, isn't it? So it's one of them ones where it's like people, like as I said before, like we got to stop this like going at it.
Same
like,
people
we need
telling me to
we
give
need the
12
fan
months
base
to him, with the
together.
same people writing off Minamino after a couple of weeks.
But it's kind of
Makes
true
me
still.
laugh sometimes.
And for Rosanic says, I hear that Matthias Nunez is going to Wolves. Yeah, I've had a lot of chat about that tonight as well, brother. Star Day says, can we please talk about Robert's creativity since we switched into Diaz on the left wing? It's been dead, and he don't even make overlapping runs anymore. Trent Alexander-Arnold over-reliance. That's kind of true. The over-reliance is kind of mad for Trent. I think that's all the... No. There's more. Monsoor says, is Salah form dipping over the last 6 months?
It's been up and down.
Yeah, I think it's been up and down. Jada Actively says, elite strikers only score 18-20% of all their chances, even the legends. Mr. Sinclair said, but that averages out though, bro, if I'm being honest. So that's over a period of time. You got to understand that as well, though, bro. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. The overuse of Fabinho, transfer market minutes as a CDM last season is showing this season. I pray Naby mental state goes on a free. He's next after D9. Mane, as fans targets, can see it. Vex Blazer, big yourself, brother. He says, we complain about teams playing a low block, but we play so high up the pitch. They don't have another choice. They don't have a choice. Need to allow teams to attack us. We don't press from the front like we used to anymore to be playing this high up.
Very good point, actually.
That's a very good point.
If we're playing on a halfway line, where are they supposed to be for real?
Yeah, we're pressing so high at the pitch. I think that is all the supers. We can finally get into the player ratings because this is what it's all about. Hold on. Carl's got the thing in it. Shoot. I can't even activate the tip.
Yeah.
No, he's no. But you can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
While we wait for Cal to come back, I'll just let you know.
See if I can pick up the thing.
I just bring up some.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Are you there, bro? Yeah.
Shots.
Cool.
Liverpool had 24 shots to Crystal Palace's 7.
No, I know.
4 on target for Liverpool, 3 on target for Crystal Palace. Liverpool had 73% possession. Liverpool made 735 passes. Crystal Palace only made 267. Our pass accuracy was 86%. Theirs was 68%. We committed 7 fouls. They committed 8, which is a fucking lie. They committed about 89 fouls. We got 2 yellow cards. They got 4. We got 1 red card. They got none. We got caught offside 3 times. They got caught offside twice. We had 4 corners. They had 2. We currently sit in 12th place in the league, below Bournemouth.
It's 2 games, man.
I just said where we are, bruv.
All right, what are we saying for Alisson tonight?
He didn't really do anything wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, what else could he have done, bro? I mean, the Fabrizio thing is so true.
I don't even know why that's bothering anybody. We were never going to buy anyone.
No, but
it doesn't matter what other people are doing.
No, it's gonna do that. But anyway, Alisson, what did he do? He made the good save against was it Zaha when one of them was clean true. Remember, he made a good save. I give him an 8. He made a 1-6 save, blood. Man could have lost the game.
I ain't got a problem with that. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, 8 for me. Trent.
It's a tough one, man, because I think Trent was spamming and it was getting a bit annoying, but at the same time, his effort, his endeavour, he was the only person who was really trying. Yes, he may have got caught out of the back post a few times, but I think that was because he was tactically told he could vacate that position because he's not moving into midfield without Klopp letting him. Like at one point, he was at right wing, then he was in left wing, then he was in the centre midfield. Surely Klopp let him do that. He can't just run around and do what he wants like that. Like Klopp must have allowed him to do that. It's a tough one. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Getting Matthias Nunez and we're sitting there with flipping. No, anyway, sorry. Trent. Yeah, I agree with everything that Drift said. To be fair, I think Trent. Do you know what it is? I actually feel for Trent. I know he spams a lot. Yeah, I can't lie. He does spam, but you have to understand something. When there's no Thiago, where's that creativity coming from? Because we ain't even got to Robbo yet. His creativity, I can't even lie, fam. I don't even know where it is. Our midfielders are just. Can we even say robust anymore? I don't even know. They're just there, innit? They're there. Flacco moving tired. James Milner's got a beard. Harvey Elliott was the shining bright light, in my opinion, that added a little something, a bit of sauce in it. But it's all on Trent. Like, Trent has to create everything. Like, it's unfair to him.
Do we have to have a conversation about Robbo?
Yeah,
because
I think
the team is very unbalanced at the moment.
Can I just make a point on Trent?
He could have got assist today as well. I can't even lie. Trent done a lot, you know.
Can I just say one thing on Trent? And this is for Jurgen Klopp. You either play Trent as a right back and bring in a centre midfielder who can do what you want Trent to do in midfield, or you play Trent in midfield and bring in a right back that you want from the skill set at right back. You can't have a player trying to do two positions in one game. It's stupid.
And it's
taken away from his game.
Too much pressure on the player.
It's not even that, bro. It's taken away from his game because he's positionally out of it all the time, which makes it harder for the rest of our team to actually do much. I said it. When Harvey had the ball, instead of looking forward, he had to go backwards to a centre-back. When Salah had the ball, he couldn't really do much because there was no overlap or anything like that. You either get a midfielder or you get a right back and you pick a position for Trent to play. Because Trent playing centre midfield /10/2 doesn't work. Because I don't know any other player in world football who plays a number 2 and number 10 in the same time.
Here's what I was going to say. And this is where I feel like, again, it's
Sorry,
about
Matt. And also, if that's the case, that once again shows Klopp doesn't trust his midfielders. So what is it?
Well,
do you want a midfielder? Do you not?
Here's what I was gonna say. When I watched Man City, Cancelo does not stick to that left back spot. Cancelo goes inside and plays midfield, bro. So what Trent is doing, he's almost doing what Cancelo does. However, Cancelo, the tools that he has around him work better. What Trent has around him and how our team actually functions is not helping him. I think that's what the problem is. Because if he does what he's doing, but the other players around him are offering more, he might have space. Because you see, when Cancelo does it, they're unsure what to do because they've got so many players around him that can open him up. You got Gundogan, you've got KDB, you've got flipping Mahrez, you've got a lot of players that can open up space. When it's Trent, it's like they know it's just Trent. And that's what makes it harder on him. So even though you're right in saying, yeah, don't do the two roles thing, Cancelo actually does that. Cancelo does not stick at left back. I don't care what no one says. Cancelo goes in and drives in. And not only that, remember, he's a right-footed player, playing at left back, comes into the pitch, and actually tries to make openings. And I'm sorry, I did so many times, bro. In the last game that let me land. In the last game that they played, bro. The thing is, though, like I said before, they have the tools to make stuff like that work, whereas we don't. So you're still right because we don't have the tools. We don't have them. No,
they just play better football, bro.
No, we don't have the tools to do it. Well, yeah, personnel. Whatever.
Cancelo can do that because Man City don't lose the ball.
No, it's not even that.
Bro, again, they have. You know,
when Cancelo plays in and out, you're right. He doesn't just stick to the left back.
Man said, sorry. I have. This is what actually annoys me. Someone just said Cancelo can carry the ball. So hold on, Trent can't carry the ball. I'm sorry, people. This is again like it's agendas. Of course, Trent can carry the ball.
Not as good as Cancelo. He can't.
No, maybe not as good as Cancelo, but he can still carry the ball. My whole argument is this year, Cal. When you've got a Man City team that are so technically gifted, you have to think about every aspect of like where everyone is on the pitch, who can create space, X, Y, and Z. People know Yeah, if you shut down Trent, you shut down Liverpool. It's putting a lot of pressure on him to be our primary playmaker. So what does he try and do? He tries to overcompensate and try and move infield and create space. Do you know why he does that, bro? He's actually showing the rest of the Liverpool players that none of you man can even create. So I'm having to do it. I'm trying my best to try and do something. That's unfair on Trent, bro. He should have to do that. But why is he doing that? Because the midfield, we've had the same midfield since Klopp practically took over.
He does it any time we're losing, Matt. So it's not just any midfielder, any time we're losing, he does this.
Do you know what, Cam? I'll be honest. When Thiago's there, he doesn't do it a lot. You know, if you watch,
He does, bro.
Should I tell you why he doesn't do it as much? Because Thiago will do the diag. But think how many times Thiago's done the diag to Trent or Salah, and if he does it to Salah, it's because Trent might have moved in field, but that's been a tactical thing. So he's giving Salah the space to run down the wing. That's a tactical thing.
But that's my thing. That's my problem. The tactics.
No, but when Thiago's there, it's fine. Because Thiago can open up a team. It's about combinations. When it's just Trent, you don't want to see the whole Trent go inside because he's got nothing to work with.
But I'll be honest,
who's he working with?
I don't really want to see it at all.
No, that's all right, cool. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, bro. All I'm saying is this. It don't work because we don't have the players like when Cancelo does it. So yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I think it doesn't work because of the tactics that Klopp's are using. But
also the players, bro. We have to keep it a buck, fam. The midfield, bro.
I'm not saying anything else about the midfield, man. I've said it till I'm blue in the face.
No, Bob, I said it. What? How many months ago? The midfield needs. What did I say? The midfield needs surgery. People are Matt. You're going a bit overboard. Really? Okay, cool. We move. Anyway, let's go on to the next player, bro.
So what's the rating for Trent? Go on, Drift. What are you gonna say?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's even more than ability and all that kind of stuff. Like I feel like the hunger in the team don't even feel the same. And the reason why I believe that is because I'm just looking at one isolated incident today, which was us going down to 10 men and then a lot of players picking up their game from that moment. And it's like, why can you mentally change the way you're playing once some adversity starts, but you couldn't do that in the first place? And that worries me that it's also a mentality problem. I don't know if it's complacency. I don't know if the players are believing their own hype a bit. I don't know if people are getting overconfident. Like in the Fulham game, it's like we're just going to turn up and win because it's Fulham, or we're at home to Crystal Palace, so we'll just turn up and win. I don't know. I'm just saying, how comes all of a sudden that we got hit with some controversy and some adversity, and then all of a sudden we change? Because Crystal Palace looked inferior for the entire period of the match after we got the red card, and we were a man down. So how do we make Crystal Palace look inferior with less men on the pitch than we did for the whole time when it was 11 against 11? That's got to be a mentality problem, surely.
We didn't know, Drift. In the first half an hour, we played them off the park, created chances. We just didn't score.
But they still look slightly dangerous.
Yeah, every now and again on that counter.
But they didn't look dangerous at all in the last 20 minutes.
They still had that. What it is, enough, in my opinion, nothing changed other than maybe you got a slight point because our intensity went up a bit more. But that's only natural when you're chasing a goal, though, because you know that desperation, like you're gonna be that little, you're throwing that bit more. But I'm just being honest, innit? Like it just all looks a bit wrong right now. It just all looks a bit wrong, regardless. I don't know. Yeah, we had chances, but I don't like the way how we're playing. We're too predictable. You know, when we used to think that we were predictable with a low block here, and this is when we had like Mane playing for the center, Diaz on left and Salah on the right. I can't even lie. With Nunez down the middle, oh my gosh, bro. It's just cross city. It is what it is. I just can't be arsed, bro.
What are you giving Trent today then, guys?
I'm giving him a 7. I said 7. I'm giving Trent a 7, man.
7.
He gets a lot of stick, but he's the system at right back. That's kind of crazy, bro.
Man's got to take everything into his own hands at 23 years old or whatever it is. It's madness, bro.
Phillips.
I think I'll give him a 7 as well. I think he had a solid game, man. I don't have any problems with Phillips. Everybody gets caught out in our midfield, in our defense, so with that through ball that they got to go for. If I'm being completely honest, you lot might think that I'm being stupid when I say this, but I think both defenders are just as culpable for the goal and Flacco for getting beat in midfield. I get that he's the one playing him on side and all that stuff, but the way Flacco got done in midfield was embarrassing to set up the play to be able to create the chance. And then I said it at the time and I'll say it again. Van Dijk actually slowed down and let Zaha shoot. Like, you can't explain that to me. You can't. Like, there's no explanation I'm accepting other than Van Dijk got complacent in that moment. If he'd have just kept sprinting, he actually gets a block on the shot. Like,
all right.
What the? I don't
I'm not gonna lie.
it.
Virgil's level is not the same level that he kind of finished the season with. But that's clear as day. And maybe he's a bit more of a. He's a bit of a slow starter. I can't lie to you. And maybe we have to accept that because of what he went through. And it's like it takes a bit of time even for him. Maybe his confidence or whatever. But right now we're talking about Nathaniel Phillips. Yeah. I agreed what I think you said it, Cal, or you said it, Drift, like, because he's fifth choice. Like, obviously, it's hard for him to just, come into a game of this magnitude and be sick. However, I do think, me personally, that when he got caught for the goal, he was literally staring at Zaha, but like he was square on. It was bad from him. But I'm also not going to take away from the clearances that he had. Zaha did obviously try and pin him down on one-on-one situations and like trying to like out muscle him and outpace him. But I have to be honest. Yeah, but I'm going to keep it about 50 though. Some of his defending was a little bit panicky in time, but that's kind of what you expect.
When was the last time he played?
But I've just explained to you.
But we just got to judge the game, Drift.
I'm just saying, but did I not just say he's hardly played? I've had to explain what you just said,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, take it into consideration.
No, I am. That's why I'm giving him a 6.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm not going to give him like a 5 or a 4. No.
He gets a 7 for me. I thought he was making better clearances.
I think he gets a 6 because he made a couple of clearances, don't get me wrong. But also, again, it's like, I don't know, like maybe this is something that he can't get away from. But if we're going to play that high line and you're being pinned by Zaha, I don't know. Maybe you got to do a tactical switch. You and Virgil and say you either swap or you just drop off that little bit. You say, Virgil, I can't run like you, brother. Just drop off a little bit. I'm sure Klopp ain't going to berate man for dropping off like, I don't know, like 10. I don't know. I could be wrong here, but I'm just saying he knows his own capabilities. And there were times when that ball was played, he was huffing and puffing because he was worried. And that's when I thought, you know what, bro, you have to be really careful. And the one moment he kind of did switch off when he was looking dead straight into thin air, I was like, bro. But again, like you said, Drift, he made good clearances and he made good decisions for someone that hardly plays as well. That's why I'll give him a 6.
And another thing I'd like to say is he was not anticipating the midfield losing the ball the way they did. And that happened in a split second. And it's very easy to analyze the game afterwards. But in that split second, the midfield just got totally done like that. And all of a sudden, they're just running at us. And Zaha is a very intelligent player with his runs. I think he's very harsh on that. I do. And again, I think it's more Fabinho for getting done and Virgil for not actually continuing the press when the thing, then it is more Nat in a split second getting caught out with a man running off him. Like, I think the other parts of the defending were worse than Nat's. That's just me personally. Like, Flacco got sent to the shop. That cannot happen. If you're the DM, you cannot just get sent to the shops like that. And if Virgil had kept running, Zaha's forced onto his left. Slowing down and giving Zaha time allowed him to be able to open his body up and use his right foot. If Virgil keeps on going, he forces Zaha onto his left and Alisson probably makes the save at a tighter angle. I think it was actually very poor from those two more than that. But that's just me. So I'm giving that a 7.
I'm meeting in the middle. I'd give him a 6.5.
Someone just kind of nailed the head, Matip would have trapped Zaha offside. It's true, I can see Matip stepping up. Remember, Virgil
I've seen Matip get caught out as well.
But we're talking about Matip. All right. I'm just saying, innit? Different players do different things, bro. I actually agree with that comment that someone said.
Virgil.
I think he gets a 6.
He had a way better game than that.
Hold on, you're saying Virgil done worse than Nat Phillips?
100%.
Based off,
bro.
I saw Nat win more tackles.
Virgil he didn't get beaten by anyone.
I know, I'm not saying he got beaten by anyone, but Nat was more in the game and won more tackles.
Well, because he just, you know what?
I'm just going off of what I watched.
We got to know what we're looking for here, though, when we say these things, though, bro.
So what do you lot think Virgil got?
I think Virgil was better than that because I gave that a 6. I'm giving Virgil 7.
Yeah, I'd give him Virgil a 7 as well. I think he was better than that.
Fair enough. I think that was better than Virgil, but
Robbo.
5.
Yeah, about a 5 still. I thought Robbo was pants.
I wouldn't go that far, but he just weren't.
Nah, Robbo was
weren't
pants,
good.
bro. Name me what was good other than his endeavor and his attitude.
No, because in the first 20 minutes he was doing well.
I mean, so was the whole team, bro. But there were 9 minutes of football, bro.
No, but I'm just saying in the first 20 minutes I thought he was doing well, so I'm not going to go as far as to
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
he was
lie,
a free
it
or
looked
a
like
foul.
Drift, in the first 20 minutes, we both sat there and said the team's playing well, but Robbo really isn't.
Robbo crossing,
it was his distribution that was letting him down, but his runs and his other part of the game was good. But then like his final ball wouldn't be good. So I'm not saying he was brilliant, but I'm saying he was playing well. That's why I'm giving him a 5.
I think 5.
Second half, he was terrible. Don't get me wrong. He was
I said
terrible in the
5.
second half. So I just think he did 5 just straight down the board.
Yeah, that's what I said 5. I said 5. Yeah, I said 5 as well.
I would have given him a 4 personally.
I mean, we do have to have a conversation about Robbo though, because I definitely think
It's
I don't know if we've rinsed him out or what, but
no,
there
fam,
was a point last season where he's playing brilliantly and he was back to Robbo, and now he's gone back to being that Robbo that we're moaning about why aren't we playing Tsimikas. So what the problem is here is Robbo used to be consistent every single game, and his consistency is starting to become inconsistent, and I think that's where I'm a little bit worried what's going on with him.
Do you want to know the simple solution to that, bro? Rotate between 2 very good left backs. We've seen what Robbo.
I'm not going to lie though. Trent, I mean, Tsimikas came on, and I know he didn't have a target man, as you said, but he kind of did exactly what Robbo did, like it's an instruction or something.
Yeah, but But Robbo was doing that with a target man. I'm not making.
No, but the point I'm making is Tsimikas made some horrendous crosses when he came on.
No, but you know what? He did.
Tsimikas, it's almost like he's part of the instruction or something.
Do you know what's really annoying though? I can see Tsimikas' deliveries though being better than. I can see Tsimikas' deliveries if he was playing better than Robbo's if Nunez was still on the pitch. Though it's a weird one, isn't it? You know, like that.
Oh my god!
But it's cool though.
Fabinho
5.
He started well, absolutely. When Eze took his soul, blood.
Let's not forget Trent was involved in that as
and
well.
Don't get me wrong, Eze's a baller, but he just dropped one shoulder, and I don't know.
He took out 2 men. It wasn't just Flacco. He took out 2 men.
Man took his soul. Man said, "Your soul is mine," and that was it for Flacco, bro. There was no answer for the rest of the game. I don't understand, bro. It's like he's overly tired, like all the time.
I give Flacco a 6 from me.
We've actually got like a quick snippet of Flacco's game in a nutshell today, guys. Bear with me.
No comment. 6 from me.
No, how are you gonna try? No.
Oh man, I think Rebecca needs to have a word.
6 for me. What are you guys saying?
5.
You guys think his game was as bad as Robbo's?
Yeah.
Nah, Flacco stunk out the joint.
Yeah. And he was the one who got sent to the shop for the goal. I think he's more at fault than that.
2 of them got sent. Trent got sent as well.
Yeah, but Trent. No, but remember, the way Trent is positioned, Cal, is not the same because he's still in his thing. Like, if
Bruv,
if
they
Flacco's
both
going to
got
engage
sent.
the player and completely leave the spacing behind him free, then he can't just get sold as easy as he got
Guys,
sold.
they both got sold.
No, but Flacco's was the worst because Flacco got sold and left
Bruv, I'm
the
not gonna
whole
lie, they all got
midfield
sold by
exposed,
Easy.
bruv.
Easy? What's that Kanye and Game Tune? Easy? Bruv, it's too easy, man. There it is. Was it Kanye that what's that lyric? There it is. There it was. Just
Rich ass kids that's in
because.
your mama house.
There it is. There it was. Just because. I didn't bring nothing to the table because I'm the table.
Yeah.
Bro.
Flacco wasn't good, bro.
He once was around my way. They said it's easy. That's easy, you know. Easy, mess man up, bro. I'm have to start calling them easy. Bro, it's horrible, bro.
Man.
Flacco, you know. Man, I have to laugh through the tinkers, boy.
Right.
That should be, hey, if I was a Palace fan, you better take that from me, you know. The easy. Who now? Sorry, Cal.
Milner.
He started really well, you know. I can't even front. He actually did.
I will give Milner a 7 overall because I don't really think he did anything wrong, and I think he was the one who was really, like, especially at the beginning of the game, was really putting in a good shift, playing well. So he wasn't exceptional or anything like that, but I definitely think he had what you would consider a good game overall.
Yeah. I think Milner probably gets like a 6.5.
Let's keep it up, but there's
7.
no way anybody could say Milner didn't have a better game than Virgil.
Oh no. The thing is, Milner. What it is, Milner.
You lot gave
started
Virgil a
well.
7.
Yeah, I've not given my response for Milner yet.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, if you lot gave Virgil a 7, Milner had a better game than Virgil.
I actually think we should go back and watch the game. Like,
I think Milner kind of
Virgil expected to.
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, I think Milner, even though Milner started well, but then started to fade. And what it is that because the game changed from like being slightly open at the beginning, when it became like, they've really shut down shop and we need to open them up, the game became a little bit harder for him. Not like he was shocking, but it became harder. And that's where I would say to you, it's that the intricacies again, like when it started to really show. So for me, I have to give him on a 6.5.
Me personally, I'd give him Milner a 7.5 today.
So yeah.
So 7, we meet in the middle and he gets a 7 then.
I still think he should have scored. Elliot.
I thought he was our best midfielder.
I'll give Elliot an 8. I think he was brilliant.
I thought Elliot done everything he could. Like,
especially for his young self.
Yeah, I think it's an 8 because he was the one like carrying like the burden when it actually came to the creativity thing. And I can't even lie to you. Do you know what even hurt? You know when I said I'll bring on Carvalho, yeah? I didn't want it to be at the expense of Elliot. That's the key.
Yeah.
Because I can't lie, bro. When Elliot like got taken off, I'm not gonna lie, Carvalho on the left wing, I can't even lie, bro. I just sometimes I feel like Klopp's gone back to them Dortmund days a little bit when he used to have that madman psycho smile. And I used to say, man, looks like flipping he looks like thingy from Back to the Future, Doc. Remember Doc? When Doc was just mad, fam. I don't know why.
I've actually got footage of Carvalho's
left
of what it's like playing Carvalho left wing. Check it.
Peter, make me come out I rain. Peter, come out I rain. You know, see that get bad. Peter, we are going blood clot. Peter, you're nearly dead.
F off 50, man.
50 seconds of time from it, man, laughing the pain, blood.
That's how reckless it is playing Carvalho left wing.
Come out of the ruin.
Carvalho, come out to the wing.
Come on to the rear. The thing is, I love Carvalho, bro. It's not even his fault, but Klopp playing him left wing, it just doesn't make sense.
Who else plays there, man? That's what I thought. I don't know what sky you're looking at, bro.
I don't know. No,
I don't know
I'm
where
not-
you. Matt,
I'm just saying.
bro. What
I
are you,
don't
what
know.
answer are you looking for? Who
I'm
are you
trying to
looking
think
for
of the
for
squad.
answers?
No. I generally in my brain. Do you know what it would be? It would have been Jota, obviously because he's injured. That's what it is, because we got the injury, bro.
Oh, so Jota's covering left wing and striker, then, yeah?
No, but it's
I mean,
more
he
of a
did
natural.
that
No, but
last
come
Or is
on,
he
bro.
covering
It's
right
more of
wing,
a
left wing and striker, Jota?
Cal. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Man's Bob the Builder. Yeah, I'm just saying he
I'm not having a go at
naturally.
you, bro. Oh, I
He
forgot.
naturally. No, but he would.
Musialski. Musialski. And Guy Gordon for the right.
No, do you want to know what's mad?
We should have kept. We should have kept our Nini at this rate, blood.
All jokes aside, yeah. As much as I rate Carvalho as a baller and he's a very good player, I
Still young,
genuinely think it shows no actual tactical kind of like transfer strategy to buy him, because I truly don't think Klopp knows what his purpose in the squad is. I think he believes in the talent of the kid. I just think if you ask Klopp why you bought him, he wouldn't be able to give you an
That's
answer.
my light doing the madness. One second.
Covers three positions in Klopp's eyes.
But he
Number
doesn't,
eight,
because he's
number-
not good enough to cover all those
If you're
positions.
not telling me this, bro, I'm telling you what Klopp is seeing.
Like, I genuinely thought Klopp was buying Carvalho because he was going to play a number 10 and he was going to change things up, and it was going to be beautiful watching having a central midfielder that's creative. And then he pumped him on the left wing.
So you
This
thought
is
we're gonna
Adam
change-
Lallana all over again.
So
bro.
you thought we are going to change to a 4-2-3-1, basically.
I thought we were at least going to play him as an advanced 8 in a 4-3-3. We were going to stick to formation. I didn't think we were going to play him out left. Like, playing Carvalho out left wing is the dumbest decision ever.
You want 4-2-3-1?
What is
yeah,
the
yeah?
point?
You want 4-2-3-1?
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe a 4-2-3-1, bro.
Always next year, you know.
yeah,
Next
yeah.
year, man's always got to think about next formation, and we know we're gonna have the same formation. Mad thing. Do you know how mad that is? Do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah, I do. But remember when I said in the preseason, when we signed him, he's going to cover Diaz, and you lot cussed me out.
I didn't cuss you out.
I feel
No,
like
but
it's
not-
your fault, bro. You put it in the atmosphere, bro.
I
I
never
just-
cussed you, bro. I was just like, I don't know.
I just
no, in
I
fact,
just
no,
know
I
what-
agreed.
I just know
No,
what
I
happened.
agreed with you because with the lack of signings, I was just like, I
see
don't
these
want to see it.
things because it's pretty obvious what we do.
Yeah.
No, but Cal, we've got a position in our squad he can play in.
Not in Klopp's mind.
Yeah, but that don't make no fucking sense, bro.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's Klopp who picks the team.
You sure it's Klopp or not? Pep Lijnders.
Both.
Man's got
Depends
that
if Klopp
book from.
passes the test for the book.
Man's got that book from. I can't even lie. He's saying a lot.
So what are we saying? 8 for Elliot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give Elliot 8.
I'm not gonna lie. Fabinho needs to sit down. I think Henderson might have to start against Man United. You know,
Oh, that's for the preview. That's for the
Can't be
preview.
front, bro.
Salah.
He should have.
Salah's a
scored
tough
more.
one today because his
think
control was exceptional every time he
was
got
getting
pinged a
bit roughed
50-yard
out though,
pass.
innit?
But if I'm being honest, the fact that he didn't really beat his man as often as he should is a little bit disappointing. Like in the first 20 minutes, Salah looked so on it. I thought he was going to bag a brace today. And then he just faded, man. I
No,
don't
but the
know.
thing is, he
Salah
kinda
one's
was-
tough today.
He had, in my opinion, he should have hit the target when it was that one where the ball got played, I think, by Trent, and then he side foots
That
and
was
he
a hell of
kind
a
of got.
pass by Trent, by the
Yeah,
way.
I just feel like, but if I'm being honest though, he didn't get the type of service that Nunez got. I think Nunez had better chances than Salah.
He
Even though
became a
Salah
bit of a
should've-
spammer with his crossing as well at one point. Where like he just started crossing the ball and it's like, no man,
Do you know?
kid can't
Yeah,
get
do you know
more,
what that was as well? I almost feel like he was trying to force feed Nunez at one point. You know, every time we went down the wing at one point, there was like about a 5-10 minute spell where it's like run down the wing and try hit the cross for Nunez, and it's like I understand you want this man to score, But if you make it so predictable that every single time you're gonna try and like use your right foot and just like, you know, try putting across, it's just gonna start getting a bit silly. Because when he does that whole like, I get the ball, I might cut inside, then he doesn't, and make it a little bit harder for the left back. Because the left back was being mad aggressive, but Salah, I think, done well against him, to be fair. Even though the man was being aggressive, Salah actually was able to still hold him off.
Salah missed a very, very good chance.
He did. As for me, he still gets a 7. He still gets a 7. I think he gets a 7. You got to understand the chances that he was getting as well. And then obviously it was harder for him when Klopp put him as the 9 when we had no choice and we had 10 men. But then obviously we changed to Diaz in the final however many minutes, but it was too late. So yeah, I think
I've got to be honest with you. I think the man himself is maybe clouding my judgment at the moment. If that was another player and it wasn't Salah, I think I'd be giving him a 6. I'm trying to.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because
there was no way he was worse than.
He was one of our only threats, though. Throughout the whole game, like consistent, like he
no. But remember, I gave Virgil a 6 as well. This is what I'm saying. Like, only because you lot gave Virgil a 7.
I gave Virgil a 7. There's no way
6.5. I don't mind him. I don't mind Mo getting a 7, but I will probably give a 6.5.
For me, it's a 7. What did you say, Matt?
I said 7.
Diaz.
Listen, scored an amazing goal. Took the game by the scruff of the neck. He asked questions that Klopp asked him and I asked him. I said, is this guy gonna score 10 to 15 goals? Is he gonna now start being a goal threat? He done his thing today, and I think without him, we lose the game. Bruv, do you know something? He didn't have to score goals like that all the time. Of course not. But this is what we want to see. And this is what I was asking. And I don't think I was being overly critical by saying we need him to be more of a goal threat. Because when you're more of a goal threat, you create space for others because people are going to start being worried about you. You see that goal what he just scored there tonight? I guarantee you now, some of the defenders are going to be like, oh, you know what? He might be a bit of a problem. And it attracts attention. Remember, Mane built up his resume over how many years? Whether he was on a wing or for the center, players were kind of scared to play up against Mane. You know what you're going to get. With Diaz now, it's about making this consistent. I'm not talking about scoring worldies. I'm talking about being a threat. Be a real threat. Don't just do the dancing thing. And we got that tonight.
He took it personal when the red card happened and we were.
Yeah, I think he did. And Klopp said the same thing as well. I think Klopp said, like, we need more from our wide guys or something like that. He was saying about how, the wide guys, he's got the talent where he can get 10 to 15. So, yeah.
The thing is, I would have probably give him a 7.5 to an 8 based on the fact that in the first half, he wasn't that brilliant. He wasn't rubbish, but he wasn't that brilliant. But then obviously in that last 25 minutes, like he really took the game.
He came alive, innit? Yeah.
So I would try and level it out. But then if I'm looking at the other scores, without being disrespectful to those players, and looking at the fact that you lot gave Salah and Virgil 7s, based on the fact that they're getting 7s, that almost makes Diaz like an 8.5 to a 9 based on
he gets a 9 from me, by the way.
Based on the difference of the effect on the game. Do you see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really have given Diaz a 9 based on that how I would have overall judged him. But because of the other players have got quite high scores, I think it's only fair if he gets a level of that high in comparison to what impact he had on.
Well, he was towards the end of the game. He was running past our midfielders and tackling Zaha. And then started.
Yeah, I was gonna.
No, Bob. In the last half an hour, Diaz was sensational.
But he came alive.
I'm talking about he was quiet in the first half. So
he wasn't. No. I wouldn't say he was quiet. I just think that he maybe what it is. Nunez at that point was making, because Nunez was more of a nuisance in the first half, more of a nuisance. I think that's all it was. But when you think about it, he was still taking on guys and trying to create space and whatnot. He was still doing his thing. But again, at that point, all I was saying again, like, but Diaz, like, we need the end product. And he showed that. I think Diaz gets an 8.5, in my opinion, anyway. He would have got 8.5, regardless of other people's ratings.
It's a 9 for me. What are you guys saying then?
8.5.
Flick of a coin between an 8.5 to a 9.
You got the deciding vote, bro.
I'm going to give him a 9 then, just based on the fact that without him, we actually lose our first home game of the season.
Darwin Nunez.
I've actually got footage of Nunez's game in a nutshell. and what happened afterwards in the changing room.
Baby! Baby! Oh my god, you nut! Come here, you freak! Jesus Christ. Oh my god, what the
If you don't laugh, you'll cry, man. 0.
4 from me.
If you get a red card for being a dickhead, then I just don't score you.
He gets a 3 from me. A 3. Let me just quickly sum up Darwin Nunez for tonight, not in general, just for tonight.
Careful, Matt. If you say anything against Darwin Nunez,
I know. I'm just saying for tonight, innit? People can say what they like, but I'm just giving my opinion on tonight. Tonight, he was a threat by being aggressive till he got overly aggressive. He should have scored. Some of the shots he took was a bit kind of a bit mad. It's almost like he had playing with almost like too much adrenaline, like too much hype. Like I don't know. He just had a bad game tonight, and that's where I was kind of defending him a little bit because I remember in the heat of the moment, like obviously we were like kind of going back and forth, like Cal was like stupid. I was like, no, it's stupid, but I was like, but you have to understand, like there is that little thing in him that he plays the game on the edge and he's aggressive and whatever. But tonight he made a silly error. He's still gonna score goals. He cost us arguably the win. He did. He made a mistake. He should have scored goals. He had a really bad game. I just think that's where you got to leave it.
I don't actually think he had a really bad game. No, I think if he stays on the pitch and the game ended when he got the red card, then I'd probably give him a 5.5 to a 6. Like I don't actually think he was having a bad game.
No,
but he was just having an average game.
No, but
it's the red card that's pissing me off.
But you got to remember, though, anyone that plays up front and has that many chances, you're actually thinking in your...
You're acting like he had about 7 or something.
He had 3,
I think he had about 3.
What was the other one?
So he had the one where he hit over the post. He had the other one where he was put through. And then there was another one.
When he was put through? What one was that one?
When he was put through and he scuffed it with his left foot. There was another one earlier on in the game as well.
The defender blocked that one. We don't know where that was going. We can't go be that critical that we don't know where it would. Like,
I
we don't
want
know
to do
where
the
that
whole
was going.
stat thing, but all it is again, me personally, I think he had a bad game in terms of like, because here's the thing, he has a good game if he takes at least one of those chances and obviously he doesn't get sent off. But this is football, and it's a case of you're the number 9, you didn't score, and you got red carded. We can't not say he didn't have a bad game. That's just logic, bro. Like,
I said take away the red card.
No,
and if the game finished before he got the red card, then I would have said he was having about a 5 or 5.5 to a 6 performance. Because I don't think he was playing terribly. Missing a couple of chances, but still being fully involved in the game isn't playing terribly.
No, but Drift, do you know one thing I don't want us to do? And this is why when I say he has a bad game, and I don't want to make it. But here what I was going to say though, I don't want him to be what Chelsea fans do, the Timo Werner thing, where they're saying he makes all the good runs and them thing, because we know. Yeah, that's not his standard. What it is I don't want us to kind of do the whole but
that's ignoring what he does well to just highlight what he
does.
No,
we're not. Me personally, I would say that's him having a bad game. I can't sit here and say he done the Timo Werner thing. So yeah, it's all right, bruv. He's a better player than that. He had a bad game today. He could have scored goals today and not got sent off. You're telling me that's not a bad game from your striker, bro? We have to keep it a buck, though. You get what I'm trying to say? He had a bad game.
I'm not.
That don't make him a bad player, though.
I said if you take away the red card, I don't think he was having a bad game. He just wasn't having a brilliant game.
But bro, we can't take no. But I hear what you're saying. But that's like eradicating someone's.
So I gave him a 0 because he got a red card. I'm just saying if you take away the red card, the petulance of that, I don't think he was playing terribly. That's what I'm saying.
What was he doing well in your opinion, Drew?
He was doing okay.
But I'm asking, what was he doing well in your opinion?
Getting into space, creating chances with his movement
and aggression.
No, but you can't, because if we don't have anybody, we sat here and Cal was screaming constantly during the game. Where's the movement? Why isn't anybody making a run? We can't act like those aren't good. doing those things aren't a good thing to help the team. So if
Nope.
you've got a player who's doing all of that, even if he might not have a good end to the move, you still got to give him credit for having those runs, making that movement, causing problems with the defenders. Like, we can't just act like that's not a good thing, but then
Bro.
sit here getting so angry and no one's moving and go, where's the movement? Where's
Bro.
the movement? Like, come on, well, you've got to look at it from both sides. He was making good runs. He was making good movement. He was getting into spaces. Some of the chances that happened were because of his movement. But yes, he should have done better with the finishing. So I think he was having a 5 to a 6 type of game. He's not having an 8 or a 9 game where he's like playing brilliant, but he wasn't having a shocking game until the red card. It wasn't like Nunez was a waste of time, and do you know what I mean? And it was like, what's the point in being on the pitch? That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but we also can't shy away from the fact of he got a red card, bro. You keep
Bro,
talking
I gave him a
about
0. I'm saying, apart from the red card, I don't think his game was that bad. I'm just saying the red card is why it's like, nah, you get a red card for headbutting somebody, and then like you're not getting a rating. Like, that's shocking.
Yeah, but I'm also saying
before the red card, he wasn't playing that badly.
No, but
I'll be
he
honest,
also
before the
didn't
red
finish
card,
any of the chances that were given to him. And it's not like they were like half chances, Jeff. They were some pretty good chances, bro. That's the bit I just feel like, do you know what it is? I understand when you want to like defend players for giving their rule and doing the whole try hard thing and making runs, whatever. That's absolutely fine. But I also feel like as well, like, because we know the type of player that he is, we also expect a certain level. And when you play for Liverpool and you're leading the line, you come with expectation. It's not his fault, but you come with expectation. No one's expecting him to score every shot he takes. But what we are
like it.
No, but what we are expecting is more, though. And when I say
how good was his service
Drift,
today?
Drift. The service was
how good was his service?
let me throw it back to you. The service was so good that he had 3 chances.
No, the service, because the chances he had were actually half chances. They weren't unbelievably brilliant chances.
But at
they
that
were
point,
half chances.
but at that point when we was on top, especially in the first 25 minutes,
the 2 chances in the first half were half chances. He should have done way better with them, because they were 40, 50-yard cross-field passes that just ended up, he worked his way into the chance. Like, it wasn't like it was...
Are you talking about the one he hits over the post when there's no one on him?
No, I'm talking about the one when he chest controlled it and then it hit the post.
Bro, you see the one where the ball was played to him, and he chested it down and he scuffed it and hit the post.
That ball came from.
I'm not gonna lie, fam. We kind of, I'm just gonna keep it about. You see with that one, especially the last chance he had, where he chests it, and he hits the post because he scuffs it. We got to keep it up.
Defender got a touch to it.
No. I'm talking about the one, where he chests it.
Defender got the one that hit the post. The defender got a touch to it, man.
If I can't lie,
well, watch it back, bro. The defender got a touch on it, bro. Go watch it back.
All right, cool. Cool.
We've literally sit here and said there's no creativity. Fullbacks weren't playing that well. Midfield wasn't playing that well. But then we're gonna rinse out the striker who relies on those players doing well for him to be able to thrive.
No, the service
it doesn't make sense to me.
No. Because I've criticized midfield and I understand that the chances weren't the greatest, but it doesn't take away from the fact of the chances that he had, though. And whether it's by chance or not, he still got good enough chances to at least score 1 goal for me. That's all I am saying. If I can't say that, then I don't know. Because I see people in the chat saying Nunez, bro. All we're doing is saying we feel like, in my opinion, he should have scored a goal. And obviously, we know we got the red card. That's a bad game from your striker. Am I lying, people? He didn't score today and he got a red card. That's a bad game, right? If we're going to sit here and say it's a good game, but if you take away the red card, we are looking as a fan base for excuses. The fact of the matter is he got a red, first of all. Secondly, he didn't bury his chances. And that's why when I'm saying to you, give the guy a chance. Let's not go overboard. We've signed him. It's not that I don't believe in him, but I think he's going to take time. Drift thinks he's an automatic gunman. I might disagree with him, but I'm not going to also just say he's dead. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm saying it's going to take time for Nunez before we can start saying these things about him. It's his third game.
I'm just saying it sounds very weird to say no creativity. All we do is spam crosses and then go, but the striker was crap. Like, it just don't make no sense to me, but it's all right. Let's move
So if
on.
you get 3 chances, but because your team didn't create them, does that mean
bro?
you didn't
I know
get
we had
3 chances?
I know we had 3 chances,
but that's my whole point, Drift.
It wasn't like the chances were like, right, you got to just throw a man in the bin for not missing
Drift,
those
be
chances.
honest. would Origi braid one of them chances in your opinion? Honestly, like
I
honestly,
don't know, bro. I genuinely believe the one
would Jota braid one of them chances? Would Jota braid one of them chances?
The two first half chances.
Drift, would Jota braid one of them
were
chances?
not as
Honestly,
easy as people are saying they are.
Drift, I think, in my opinion, I think Jota would have potentially braved one of those. I think Origi might have braved one of those.
Yeah, they had the ability to, but I can't say they would have definitely done it.
But all I'm saying is, and again, I just want to stress for the last time, what I'm saying about him is not about his Liverpool career. It's about today's game. He had 3 chances and didn't score and got a red card. He had a bad game today.
I never
He's
said
our
he did. I
striker.
gave him a 0.
We want him to score goals, but if you criticize, man, it's like people are saying you're a nude. It's like, what? I don't understand.
No. I gave him a 0, bruv. I'm not saying you can't give him a lot, but what I'm saying is, other than if you took the red card out of it, he wasn't as bad as people are making out. That's the point I'm making.
And again, like when I'm saying the comparing thing, I'm saying if other strikers had those opportunities, I think more likely than not, they probably would have scored.
You mean like when Haaland missed those sitters against Liverpool in the Community Shield, which were worse sitters than today?
Oh my gosh! And do you know what's so
but
mad?
That's what I'm saying. So shit happened.
Who was the one out of all of us that held back? Didn't I not say that? But it's cool though. Because when it counts, look what happens. All right then.
But that did count because it was a trophy.
Are you bothered about that trophy now? Or you more bothered about the two draws?
No, I'm just saying it was a big game.
You let me know what you let me know what you feel more about.
To Sims 10 in the comments asking what would I do if Firmino had done what Nunez did. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not being funny. There's been plenty of times Firmino's had a bad game and I've come on there and I've absolutely ripped into him. Sims, for yourself, for anyone else who has this agenda that we don't criticize players, just keep your comments to yourself or go back and watch previous. It's not hard. YouTube's very easy to search and watch videos. So what's the final rating for Nunez? I gave him a 4. Drift, you gave him a 0. What did you give him, Matt?
What was I giving it? I think it was a 4 or 5. I think I said 5 or 4. 4 or 5, one of the two. It don't really matter.
4 it is then. What we giving for? I mean, I'm trying to think of all the subs and how much time they actually got. Hendo.
I give Hendo a 5 to a 6.
Henderson plays Flacco, innit? He plays Flacco.
I don't. Did he actually replace Flacco or Milner? Because they all came off at the same time, didn't they? Was it?
Henderson
Milner,
played better than. Do you know what it is? Dare I say it?
Milner, Gomez,
10 men. We controlled the game.
And Tsimikas came on all at once, right? And Robbo,
triple sub,
Flacco, and Milner came off. Am I right? Was that what it was? Was it Flacco, Milner, and Robbo came off? Hendo, Gomez, and Tsimikas came on. Was that what it was?
No, I think Hendo came on at the same time as Flacco at one point.
Is it? I thought it was triple sub.
No, it can't have, bro. It can't have, surely.
Bayesian, did I say 3? Oh, my bad. I did say 3.
Hendo was playing left centre midfield at one point.
I couldn't remember, bro.
He was on at the same time as Flacco.
I would have given Hendo a 5. I would have 5.5.
Yeah, 5 for me. Costas.
Boy.
4.
At one point, he thought he was Robertson. I can't even lie.
Yeah, I know he wasn't on the field for that long, but I don't think he did anything. It looked like
he put in one good cross. I think it was the flipping the free kick, but it's like he did. It's like these men.
If Jota was on, Jota would have gobbled up that free kick.
Yeah, it's either that or these men still see the ghost of Origi, bro. Like he's there backstage. I don't know. Do you know what it is?
It's a 5 for me, by the way.
We have to just keep it a buck. This crossing thing has actually got out of hand. It's almost like it's like these men just can't help themselves.
It's instruction. Do you remember when you lot used to always have a problem with Hendo doing that, like edge of the box whipped cross, yeah? And I said to you lot, pay attention. Trent does it, Henderson does it. Naby even does it. I think it's instruction, but because people like want to like do the it's Hendo thing. But remember when I said like go and
crossing team
analyze
is
it.
just too
Every
much.
player in that position of our pitch does it. Yeah, and sometimes we score. Remember Milner did it to Minamino, and we got the equalizer against Leicester, went on and won the game. So like sometimes it works, but like generally speaking, I think it's an instruction. I genuinely believe it is not an individual problem. I think
Sean
it's an
said, "Read the
instruction
book."
problem.
I can't take it anymore.
No, I genuinely
I
believe
can't.
it's an instruction because how are there so many
I
players
can't,
in our
bro.
team
I can't
that do the
take it.
same thing?
All right, I'm just gonna sum it up
It's
right
an
now, and I'm sure
instruction. It
everyone
has to
agrees.
be.
If we continue in this crossing, inshallah, whatever you want to call it, which is dated back to like 2 years ago, but every now and again we snap out of it. I can't lie. If we've just like really taken this thing on board, yeah, we're actually in trouble and we're gonna suffer as fans. I can't even front. I can't
Keep
imagine
voting, bro.
a season where all we're gonna see for our creativity is spamming crosses. Like
This is the reason why
it's gonna be a long
people,
season.
This is
It's gonna
why
be a long
people
season.
thought I was being crazy when I said getting Neves to replace Thiago would be a vital addition to the midfield because he may not be as good as Thiago, but he can play and dictate play in a similar way. And it would mean we could still play that more possession-based, creative football that Klopp
But who's
clearly wants to
Neves
play when
passing
Thiago.
to though?
No, but the point I'm making is, Thiago does make us a better team and we do play better. The point I'm making is at least Neves is of a similar mold, so we can maybe play similarly. Whereas you look at it now, and Thiago is so different from what the other options are. We have to totally change the way we play. And if you look at any real successful team, you have to have somebody who can play similarly if that is literally the style you're going for.
You do know we could probably find 20 midfielders right now that walk into Liverpool's first 11.
No, but I mean players that are of a similar type to Thiago because it seems
we
that's
could do
the
that
only
as well.
different way he wants to play. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I'd be confident if you said, Cal, I've given you an hour, bring me a list back of 20 midfielders, centre midfielders that would start for Liverpool Football Club. I'd be very confident in being able to do that.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot, there's a lot, and it's not nice, isn't it?
I don't know about 20, but there's definitely enough.
No, Drift. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot. It's not nice because you don't want to do it, but it's not nice.
Some of the names people are not gonna say yes to because they're not fashionable. I'm gonna be real with you. John McGinn starts in our midfield.
Right, I think you went too far there, bro.
Nah, he might
All
be
right.
fine still.
I told you he's not fashionable. John McGinn starts in our
Bruv,
midfield.
even Ramsey starts in our midfield. The youngster on the right hand side.
Yeah, I think sometimes.
All right, let me ask you this, Jeff. Let me ask you just
people
quickly.
can be a bit
Just
upset and go too far.
quick head top thing. Just quickly. Does De Jong start in our midfield? Frankie.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Okay. Does Matthias Nunez?
Yeah.
Does Verratti?
Yeah.
Does Vitinha from who PSG just signed?
Yeah, probably.
Does Pedri?
Yeah.
Does Gavi?
Yeah. But
Does
but now you're naming players who are just like ballers who you could never get.
I thought
what
I'm saying
20 midfielders that are actually attainable because you start naming players you can't get, and of course there's 20 midfielders. That doesn't make sense.
But what's scary is that I probably could have carried on. Yeah, and I know what you're saying, they may not be attainable.
I thought Cal meant 20 midfielders we can get.
But that's scary in itself that we can just kind of just like, I know what you're saying. Let's just say like it's just a generic list. It's kind of scary that like a lot of us could probably name at least 15, 20 that we probably as fans might go, yeah, do you know what? They go right there.
And Genie could still get in our midfield. So I'm not talking about like.
Apparently Genie was rubbish for us, Drew. Genie was rubbish for us. Yeah. He deserves what he got because he wanted to leave for more money. Genie.
No, someone actually said Werner. You need to go to sleep, bro. But yeah, it's mad. It's just not a nice conversation to have. But I just think we all know that right side of midfield spot is not solidified. And even though we've got Harvey there that played it really well, we know that it's a lot to put pressure on him to be that lead guy all the time. And not only that, we kind of know we need two midfielders, one being world class and one being international class. it just changes the whole dynamic, especially if they're creative midfielders. Because even if you just put in like say you had a Matthias Nunez and a flipping Gravenberch, say we bought both of them, I can't even lie. Our midfield, even if we were designed to do the spamming crossing thing, their man would take the ball into their own hands, bro. You know, like that, take the game into their own hands, and try a thing. Because they've got the ability to do so. You know, none of our midfielders, other than Thiago, Harvey, no, in fact, all the midfielders now that are fit, only maybe Harvey Elliott has something that he could offer that's out of nothing. Do you know how mad that is? All the that are fit right now.
And here's the thing, because I don't want to go on about it, and we'll talk about it on another day in full detail. But this is what I'm trying to say, guys. People say that Klopp is the reason we haven't signed a midfielder, blah blah blah. But I'm always one of those people who believes, don't listen to what people say, watch what they do. And if you let people talk or you let people act for long enough, they'll show their true colors. And in my opinion, if anybody still believes that what Klopp is saying he means, then they're being more naive than I could ever imagine. Because if Klopp meant what he was saying, Naby Keita doesn't stay on the bench today in a game where we need to win the match. He would bring him on because he believes that he's such a baller and he would expect him to be able to do well. Right?
Naby wasn't fully fit and neither was Hendo. That's why they didn't start today.
That's not the point. Neither was Gomez, Cow, when he brought him on. So if he's on the bench, then he can play 20 minutes.
If one's less fit than the other, you're going to bring on.
No, but bro, there's still a certain level of fitness test you have to pass to make the bench. Naby could have done 20 minutes. If you're on the bench, you can do 20
was on the
minutes.
bench a lot of 2019, but barely saw the pitch because he wasn't.
If Naby was on the bench, he could have done 20 minutes. Klopp didn't believe in him. That's all the proof you need to know that Klopp is just saying things to defend players. Carvalho came on before Naby in a must-win first home game of the season.
And where did he play Carvalho, bro?
That's besides the point, bro. If you're trying to win the match, then you bring on the players who can change the game.
All right,
and he thought Carvalho had a better chance of changing the game than Naby. He don't believe these players are good enough.
He brought on Carvalho so that Diaz could play through the middle. You can't bring on Keita and play him left wing.
No, but you could have changed things, or you could have done something, or you could have brought him on for one of the other players. If you truly believe what you're saying when you're telling us Ox is dynamic, Naby's world class, and all this other stuff that he's saying, if you believe that, Naby would have come on today for 20 minutes to help change the game.
No, but you know what? Even if you're do you know what I will say? That's a 50. Do you know why I say that's a 50-50?
One question then. Sorry, one question. If Naby signs a new contract, what do we say then?
If Naby signs a new contract, I believe is to keep the value of the player because he's only 27 years old.
But this is what I mean, Drew. No matter what facts or evidence is in front of you, you're always gonna give Klopp the benefit.
And that's somebody just pointed it out. Naby weren't even injured; he was just ill last game. And if it's an illness, then if you're on the bench, you can play. Like, he wasn't even injured; he was ill.
As I said, no matter what facts are in front of you or anything, you're always going to give Klopp the benefit of the doubt, though.
Do you know why I say that statement?
So you don't think at 27 years old we're just trying to protect Naby's value?
No,
come on, it's obvious we're trying.
Do you want to know something? Actually, do you want to know what? Actually, to be fair, if you're trying to do that, then they're kind of stupid because you've left it so late. He ain't probably.
Matt, we've had this.
So it don't even make. So yeah. So what I was going to say is this.
Contract ages ago.
Yeah, what I was going to say is this though. The reason why I say you could be right, but you also could be wrong is we're acting like Klopp don't make mistakes, bruv. The mistake again.
I never.
No. But here's what I'm going to say. What you said there, I wouldn't say it's not like a statement. I just think, you're trying to make an educated guess because you're thinking, if he believes what he's saying, he should have played him. That is true. However, Klopp has made so many mistakes recently that you think to yourself, bruv, I don't know what Klopp thinks anymore because you brought in a number 10 who played 10 for a season and played him left wing. Then obviously you've got Naby Keita, and apparently he was ill or whatever. He's ill, and you don't bring him on. So I don't know what's going on there. Like if he was fit, Joe Gomez wasn't fit enough to play, but he was fit enough to come off the bench. And you took off Nat Phillips, but then I could have told you, in my opinion, anyway, Gomez should have started a lot over Phillips anyway. Regardless, because I think Gomez was
my point, though, bro.
No. But this is what I'm saying. But Klopp is making
who is less.
No, you're proving my point. Klopp is making mistakes, bro.
No, but
He's
that's
making
besides the point,
mistakes.
bro. Naby is fitter than Gomez. And he brought
No, we
Gomez
don't.
on.
We
but
don't
didn't
know
bring
that.
Naby.
I
Yeah,
don't,
no,
bruv,
because
at this
Naby
point,
was
I
only
genuinely
ill.
don't know.
Naby was only ill, whereas Gomez actually was recovering from
Bro,
an injury.
all I'm saying
so
is this,
Naby's
yeah?
fitter than
No, but
Gomez.
it's not even about. In my personal opinion, I just think like as things stand right now, Klopp is searching for answers, and I think when he searches for answers, we've all seen it as fans. Like he starts to make mistakes because he's not too sure what he wants to do. Like the whole like the way you want us to play just because you've got a target, man. And he keeps saying as well, like we're trying to figure it out, we'll make it work. Bro, you got to stop doing that because teams already know that you're trying to figure it out. Like you're putting a lot of pressure on us to kind of like change. Like let it happen naturally. Don't force the players to spam crosses just because we've got a guy that's 6'2".
Yeah,
Don't
and
make
you've
sense.
got a guy on the pitch
Let me
who's
land,
good
let me
at
land, let me
dribbling and
land.
retaining possession, and you
let me
didn't
land.
bring him on.
Let me
That's
land,
the point I'm making.
Even I'm about to say, we had Origi who was 6'2". Yeah. The only difference in Origi and thingy, like I said before, I think my man makes better runs and he's more aggressive. But we've had the 6'2" guy before, but we weren't necessarily spamming crosses like that just because he was in the middle. Why is that, Jiff? Because Klopp is making errors,
Oh,
bro.
we've been spamming crosses for time.
No,
bro.
but you get on. What I'm trying to say is this, yeah. Regardless of who he's playing, who he's not playing, I just think it's kind of clear for me to see anyway. I think Klopp is in a little bit of the muddy, and I think he's unsure what he wants us to do. And I think that's where we're relying on this inshallah crossing thing because he's unsure how to get the best out of Nunez. If that's just what I think anyway.
Bro, all I'm saying is if I keep telling a girl how great my yard is, how amazing it is, all the gadgets I've got, how brilliant it is, but every time we link, I go to her house. At what point are you not going to say she's an idiot if she keeps believing my house is great, but I never bring her to my yard? I always go to her yard. At some point, you can be like, nah, you're gassing, bro. I'm telling you, Klopp is gassing when he's talking about how great these players are. He's hiding something because he don't use them. Ox never played since from February till the end of the season, but then you believe him when he says he's dynamic and can still offer something. Come on, man, we can't. Don't be naive.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you?
Naby didn't come off the bench today, but we needed to win the game.
Question?
Did you,
Like,
sorry,
come on, man.
When
hold on, wait a
2022
second.
and
Wait a
James
second.
Milner still
Did Origi come off the bench when we were drawing to Tottenham and needed a goal? Was that Naby Keita?
Yeah, but we all know that the Origi thing, he was just saying things because he didn't obviously believe in Origi, did he?
So
Because he never played him.
But that's what I'm saying. We're going by his actions as well.
That's what I'm saying. Klopp is making mistakes, bro.
Because he played Naby over Origi doesn't change the fact that how many times has Naby been on the bench?
He played Hendo over
Ox
Naby in the
Ox
8th
has
in the
been on the
Champions League
bench,
final.
and he hasn't played them.
That's exactly what I was gonna go with. When Naby Keita was on a good run of games and very good run of games against good opposition, my man decided to drop him in favor of the captain in the 8th role, not the 6th, in the 8th role. But again,
it's all right.
Bruv,
I'll stop trying to convince you. Lot.
It's not trying to convince. It's just that I personally think that Klopp is a human being and he's making errors, and I think his judgment is off right now. That's just me calling it what it is. I think his judgment is off drift. Come on, Jeff. We must look at it and go.
I'm not saying he's not making mistakes. But if you lot still believe that he rates Ox, if you lot still believe he rates Naby, I call that naivety. He knows these men ain't good enough because he don't bring them on or rely on them or play them, but apparently he loves them off. Like both of them played less than 2,000 minutes.
I agree. You don't believe in Naby.
It don't make no sense, bro.
No, I agree. Don't believe in Naby.
Wait a minute. You're saying we're naive because of a theory you have in your mind.
Based on what I've witnessed for 12
No. It's a theory you have. It's a theory because you've got no evidence to back it up. Me and Matt are saying what we hear and see Klopp doing, but yet we're naive. How does that work?
Because you watch what someone does, not what they say.
But
anybody can say anything.
We're also watching him renew contracts and not sell players as well.
Yeah, but the point is, if you watch somebody's movements, you will figure out what they're about. And if they keep saying something, but what they do doesn't back up what they're saying, then what they're saying don't make no sense.
Don't be rude,
so
Vince.
How can he keep on saying he loves off these men and these men are world-class ballers and they're this and they're that, but he don't play them and he don't use them?
Because he's
like,
not
to me, it don't make no sense, bro.
He's not selling these players. Do you
but selling them's different because he might not be his suitors. He might not be able to get rid of them. He might not have anybody valued.
What were his comments? I'm not going to sell a midfielder unless someone comes and tells me they want to leave.
Yeah, but that might be code for nobody wants these players.
Or it could just be code for I don't want to lose anyone unless they want to go. And if they go, then I might do something.
Look,
Why is it that whenever I say I'm going to take him at what he says, it's naive, but you're coming
because
up with
actions speak louder than words, Cal.
His
and if he's not playing these players, no, but Cal,
backing up his words.
How can a player that didn't play football from February to May be dynamic and brilliant?
You tell me, Drift, he's still in the squad.
No, you tell me, bro, because you're telling me you believe what he's saying, bro. So how can you have a man in the team who was fit, who never played a minute of football from February till May, but then all of a sudden we hear he's dynamic and brilliant?
He's still in the squad.
I'm
He
just
gonna say he didn't play 1 minute.
You know
of
what? You know what? You know so much, yeah.
So why
it
is he
don't
still
make no
then?
sense, bro.
James
because
Milner,
nobody wants
listen,
him and he
listen,
can't
listen,
get rid of him.
He made sure the board.
He
made sure the board. He told the board Milner has to stay. That was Klopp's choice, no one else's. Klopp wanted to keep Milner on board.
But he
now,
plays Milner, so I believe that.
But here what I'm about to say though. Like I said before, he keeps talking about how he's got a midfield for. Remember, he's very vocal about what he was saying. You know, the thing is, he was name dropping. He was name dropping because he was rattled. He believes in the players, Drift. Remember, we said this before. Sometimes Klopp can be too loyal. I think that's his problem. I think he can be too loyal, bro. I don't think it's to do with the purse strings, all of that, bro. I think sometimes he can be a bit too loyal. We have to keep it $150, bro. Like, remember, even the first game of the season. Let me land, Drift. Let me land.
To players he don't play.
Drift, let me land. How he's not lots of players. Bro, the first game of the season, you should be unleashing Nunez, but you're starting Bobby Firmino. What did Bobby Firmino do in the cup in the cup game?
That's not what we're talking about, bro.
What are you talking? You know
we're
what?
talking about the midfield.
I don't understand.
We're not talking about this debate, because no matter what we say, you're not gonna.
No matter what I say, you're not listening either. So let's just agree.
No, I am listening, but you're not being
playing
objective.
games.
You're not actually.
I am being objective.
Klopp's playing games, man.
But I'm giving you more facts than you're giving me, because what somebody says.
How are you giving us? I just told you something.
What somebody says doesn't matter when you're watching his actions and they don't match.
So did Firmino not start in the Charity Shield game? Yes or no, bro?
I girl I love her, but every weekend I sleep with another woman.
We're not talking about. We're talking football.
It's about
why are you deflecting?
Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words.
So who started the game in the Charity Shield? Firmino or Darwin Nunez?
That's a new signing who he's bedding in. We're talking about players who he's telling us are these world-class, amazing players.
Cool.
But he's not using them. But let's just agree to this.
Man pulled up because man pulled up a
thing.
stinker. Darwin Nunez gets the headlines and still starts Darwin Nunez against Fulham. And you're telling me that's not favoritism? And he went up his way to defend Bobby and say Bobby's the brain. There's no way I'd think about letting Bobby go. When some people were saying it's too soon.
We're talking about the
No,
midfield.
I'm talking about the sentimental point of Klopp, bro.
But
and how we can make mistakes, error of judgment. The two go hand in hand. Error of judgment, error of your ways.
Klopp also has previous of not wanting to play players straight away because there's loads of players in the squad who were top quality, but he gave them time to bed in if he doesn't think that they truly get the system yet. So maybe seeing Nunez in training and thinks, well, you don't quite get how we want to play yet, just like he did with Robbo, just like he did with Fabinho. So he's waiting for the right moment to unleash him. That's got nothing to do with playing players who he says are world-class, who he rates out, who he says that he's amazing players, but then it's like, well, where's the evidence? Because why don't these men play? Why don't Jones play? Why don't Naby play? Why don't Ox play? None of these men ever play, but you want me to believe that you think they're great. It don't make no sense. So I'm just saying you lot need to watch the actions rather than listen to the words.
So if that's the case then, and Klopp is trying to play games, and throw it out there like, I don't trust these players, is he not messing around with Liverpool then, Drift?
No, he's making sure that it doesn't look messy to the outside world.
No, but you're messing with Liverpool.
There are some problems going on. No, but I would prefer my manager to make sure that Liverpool don't look messy.
But playing games.
No, not playing games.
With the
just
board.
making sure that he defends his players and don't make it look messy in public. Wait, do you want us to move like Man United, where he just lets people get thrown?
But why are you going from one spectrum to the other? Man never said that. My whole point of, do you know what my whole actual point was? But people. But you're running away one thing. All I said is this year, in my opinion, Klopp can be too loyal. And sometimes when he's too loyal, for me, that affects.
Fair enough.
And you're going to try and say there's no evidence, bro. Robbo was pulling up stinkers for time, and he still kept Robbo. Didn't play Simicast, bro. For time, there was
I'm
even
not
a
saying
time
he
when
doesn't
Jota
have
was on
favourites.
fire,
Of course,
and
that's
against Man
different.
City, he decided to play Roberto Firmino and Jota because he didn't want to drop Firmino, who's one of his favourites. Klopp has a lot of favoritism towards certain players, bro. We cannot say we can't say like, oh, he's just playing games. Like, we can't do it all the time. Maybe sometimes that might be right.
I never said he's
Do you know
playing
what I'm trying
games.
to say, bro?
I never said he's playing games. You said he's playing games. I said he's hiding from the public how
That's
much
playing
we
games,
don't
bro. You
have
mean
the
he's
funds and how
hiding?
annoyed he
You're playing
might
games.
be with the transfer strategy. I never said he's playing games. I said he's protecting the club and he's taking it on the chin as the leader of the club. But maybe behind the scenes, he is very frustrated with the fact that he's got to do
protecting nothing. Do you know how bad what you just said there is actually damning, because I get what you're trying to say, but we have to keep it a buck. If he's actually doing what you're saying, bro, do you know how mad that is for Klopp to do that?
So what should he do then? Make it look like we've got a circus going on.
So let me ask you a question.
You keep it a buck 50.
One question.
Yeah, that would create a circus.
If Naby Keita starts against Manchester United, what do we say then?
We'll have that discussion if that happens.
So say that again, Carl. Say that again.
If Naby Keita starts against Manchester United, Old Trafford, what happens then?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
And you need a bigger sample size than that. I've just shown you lot that Naby Keita played under 2,000 minutes.
I don't even know, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Whole year.
Anytime
and Ops didn't play from February.
I don't even know,
but yet we're supposed to believe that he thinks these players are brilliant players.
You just said he doesn't trust Naby, and I've asked you if he plays Naby Keita, which is in the biggest game so far this season, our arch rivals away from home. Does that not suggest he trusts him?
I'm not even going to use the word trust. Good enough. I don't believe he thinks Naby's good enough.
So this is what I mean, Drift, when I say anytime I say something, you're not being objective about it, because anytime I say something, you look for a caveat.
You lot do the same thing. That's why I said let's agree to disagree and let's just leave it. Because you lot acting like what I'm saying don't make no sense either.
No, I'm just saying I disagree. But anytime I disagree, it becomes a major issue.
I just don't understand how you lot can look at his actions and think that they line up with what he's saying.
Because I'm seeing what he's saying and I'm seeing his actions and they're merging together.
No, they're not, because the players he bigs up don't play. So they're not merging together at all.
Okay, so if he's saying, when he was asked, are you going to make any signings? And he comes out and he diligently says, I know what people are saying. They think this or they think that, or the only midfielder we don't have in our collection is a midfielder who's 1.95 meters and arrives late in the box and scores headers. And then he says, I don't want to blight a player and make them ninth choice in a midfielder. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And then he does it. He's playing games. So if he's saying it and he's acting,
I never said he's playing games.
But if he's saying what he's saying and then he's carrying, say again.
I think he's covering up for something that behind the scenes is a bit dodgy.
If he's saying things and the actions match what he's saying, then how am I being naive? Why I don't get why it's so easy for me.
Because his actions don't match what he's saying.
So if he came out tomorrow and was like, oh, I ain't got no money to spend.
Okay, let me give an example and then we'll move on.
No, would you believe him?
If he said what?
If he came out tomorrow and was like, I haven't got the money to spend on the midfielder, would you believe him?
Yes, but not just because he's saying it, because I would look at the past 4 years and be like, that matches up. It makes sense. The actions back up what he's saying. You lot said it yourself. Raw, this man's coming out here talking about Tyler Morton. Bigging up Tyler Morton for no reason. Those are Matt's exact words. He bigged up Tyler Morton for no reason. Tyler Morton's gone on loan. That don't make no sense. So why did he say Tyler Morton's this great midfielder and then send him on loan? Guys, watch the actions. Don't listen to the words, man. They're subliminals. You have to check the subliminals. It don't make sense. The actions aren't backing up what the words are saying. Tyler Morton is on loan. If he's an amazing midfielder, why is he not at Liverpool?
Bro, he name-dropped Tyler Morton.
Because he said Tyler Morton is ninth choice and barely going to get any minutes, so he wants him to get experience.
Look, we'll agree to disagree.
Exactly, because this is what he said. He goes, Tyler Morton's not in the 6 anymore. He's in the 8.
Let's just
That means
agree
man's
to
training him
disagree.
up in a different position, bro. But again,
Let's just agree to disagree.
I remember you said Milner was 8th choice. Remember that? You said that.
No, I said he should be.
No, you said he's 8th choice. He won't really play. This is when he signed the contract.
No, I
extension.
said he should be.
No,
but
you
the
said he's
players
8th
ahead
choice.
No, bro, don't put words in my mouth. I said he should be 8th choice.
You didn't
but
say it was
the
8th
players ahead
choice.
of
Okay,
him.
cool.
The players ahead of him aren't good enough, so he plays because they don't do their job.
All I'm saying is we're in 2022 and we're still James Milner. Like, yeah, let's just move on.
James Milner's still playing because Jones,
It don't make no sense.
Naby, Morton,
You shouldn't have signed a new deal.
good enough.
You shouldn't have signed a new deal, bro. It's that simple, in my opinion, anyway.
All's going to be revealed, I suppose. So we just have to kick back and wait to see what happens.
Klopp actually backed the ball. No, Klopp begged with the ball for Milner to sign. But anyway, 8th choice, bro. Remember you said that.
I said he should.
This is
be
what we
8th
giving
choice.
for Klopp today.
5.
I don't even know, bro. 5, 4, 5, I guess. I don't even know, bro. It is what it is with Klopp.
I personally give Klopp a 7.
You give him a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised at that.
Yeah, because again, it's going to come down. We should have been 3-0 up. There's only so much he can do from the sideline. It wasn't his fault that Nunez got sent off. It wasn't his fault that Flacco and Phillips and Virgil got done for the goal. And it wasn't his fault that Salah and Nunez missed chances before Palace scored the first goal. I think the starting 11, I don't think you can really criticize it considering the players that's available. I think he tried something new when we went down to 10 men.
I didn't have a problem with the starting lineup. I agree on that.
I mean, yeah,
But
there was spamming and stuff, but again,
I was going to say tactics through the game. I don't think he did well enough.
Again, I kind of disagree because again, if you have 3-4 clear-cut chances and your players don't stick the ball in the back of the net, there's only so much he can do. Vieira, for all him playing deep and defensive, his team conceded 4 clear-cut chances. The only difference is his team had 1 chance and scored their goal. Before they had that chance, if I'm not mistaken, we had 12 or 13 shots on goal. That's not the manager's fault if the ball's not going in the back of the net, in my opinion. For me, it's a 7.
True, but one thing I will say about the manager, though, the pattern of play, or how he wants us to play. Yeah, Klopp's got to take more ownership for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. That's why it's no higher than a 7 for me.
Man just said spam the long ball because we've got Nunez and telling everyone that we're still adapting, but you're gonna do it. Yeah,
I think that's pretty telling. 17 shots in the first half with 75% possession. If that's not setting your team up tactically to attack and dominate, I kind of don't know what is. If the players on the pitch don't put the ball in the back of the net, then that's not really on him.
I'll push it to a 6, but I still think if you get a home draw with Crystal Palace, the manager has to take a large responsibility. I know the red card ain't on Klopp.
But that's what I'm saying. Context.
No, but we actually played better after the red card. So technically, that didn't even affect the game.
But I don't think you're adding context if you say just because you draw to Crystal Palace, the manager has to get the brunt of the blame.
No, I'm saying he's got to go down with the ship. So I'll give him a 6 at a push. I think 7 is quite high for a 1-1 draw at home to Crystal Palace. That's just my personal opinion. And I don't believe we played good in terms of like the overall, like Matt said, like the overall pattern of play and stuff like that. It wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. And that's got to be on Klopp and the coaching stuff. So
fair dues. Let's read out these super chats. Omar says, sorry, Nunez missed 3 sitters and not impressed. Shout out to Eagle-Eyed Nate from Eagle-Eyed Football. Shout out to Nate, Rich, and Jordan. Could have gone either way. I see why Liverpool fans are saying you were poor. By your standard, that's 100% true. But you offered me a point before a ball was kicked and I just snatched it. I hear you, bro.
Credit to Palace, for real. They did what they needed to do.
AM, we've gone behind in 6 league games in a row. Not great.
Wow.
Although, can I add some context to that? Towards the end of the season, last season, we were rotating a lot because of being in full competition. So you can't really build up any sort of cohesion and consistency. So it's likely you are going to concede goals. Stevie says, when your only progressive passer is tucked all the way in right back, you're effed. Also, when the only playmakers are fullbacks, only thing we can do is square it. Agreed.
Some truth to that.
So much pressure on Trent, like I was saying. Mad.
Troy M says, seriously, who's playing down the middle v United? Isn't Bobby and Jota both hurt? Salah has no right side cover, so not him. Luis Diaz or Carvalho, false nine. Bobby was a precaution. Bobby should be fit for the Man United game.
It's a hamstring though.
I'm gonna be honest. Do you know how much,
precaution,
bro?
I won't be ready.
This is one thing. This is one thing I'm even gonna say. And funny enough, Drift was going on about it. Do you know the amount of times I've heard Klopp say he'll be back and he's not back? But this man come out and said the other day, like, the Thiago thing. I think we might have called it early. Shouldn't be out for too much. Man's out for 8 weeks. He's come out and said things like, like he's got a bit of a knock. Remember the amount of times he used to say Origi's got a knock. He should be back. We didn't see Origi for like 2 months.
With all due respect to the way Firmino was started the season, he's not working down the middle anyway. I know it's better than nothing, but it's not working down the middle anyway.
Yeah, but it's better than...
Do you know how you beat Man United? You beat Man United by putting them under pressure. And that's what Firmino's not doing at the moment. That's what's pissing me off about Nunez missing that game. Nunez would have rattled them, man.
I'll be honest,
Firmino's not going to do that.
Firmino played very well at Old Trafford last season. I think that's
But
there's actually an argument to say, here's the thing, if Bobby's in form, there's naturally an argument to say you start Bobby in this game because Man United defenders don't know how to deal with clever, intelligent movement.
No, but that's why I'm saying going off of the form, Cal, because he started the season poorly. That's what I'm saying. So going off of his form, he's not actually going to be
Bobby should be nowhere near the starting 11. Let's be real. Should be nowhere near it.
We got no one else. We got nowhere else. When Jota's injured, that we're looking hella thin.
Yeah. Josh says, I'm calling it now. We are Borussia Merseyside. We play nice football and compete, but we will struggle to cross the finishing line most of the time.
Right, bro. Bellingham will fit right in then.
Jamrock says, Matt and Drift are on the Trent criticism repellent.
When? I don't remember that.
I don't understand. No, I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. It's actually long, bro.
Tahir says, Klopp with this transfer policy will kill these players off. Not looking forward to this season at all. Not even mad, just laughing. Know the feeling. Bejan Barnes says, fellas, I'm going to be real. Formation has to change to 4-3. 4-2-3. That's got to be 4-2-3-1. We can't play with 12 man days in there.
No, he means 4-2-3-1. He means 4-2-3-1. Yeah,
we don't have the personnel to do 4-3-3 right now.
Fuck it. Let's try to sneak an extra man on the pitch, innit?
One sec, guys.
Yeah. I know, like, yeah, 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. That's it, man.
Shaka A says, big up, brothers. If you can't cry, you just gotta laugh.
I hear that.
Yeah, I can't even really laugh about this. I'm not gonna lie. Code Command says we got rid of Origi, Minamino, Mane, 40 goals gone, and we'll end the transfer window with a net spend of 5 million profit while our midfield is rotting. I mean, I did say we were replacing Minamino, Mane, and Origi with Nunez and Carvalho. The maths ain't mathing.
Bro, don't take me back, because I remember when we said certain things on Saturday, man, we're like, we got it. No, man. But it's mad.
Messi FC says, since the league is over, we should give Jay Spearing one last chance. Also, did Maldini take his powers back? Because Nat Dini became Ragnar Phillips. I actually don't think Phillips was terrible today.
No, he wasn't. I thought he
but would you have started Gomez though? Because I would have started Gomez over Phillips.
Of course, I would have. Yeah, of course.
No, but that's hard to say based on how fit he was.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen
in terms of fitness, in terms of quality,
I've seen a lot of managers say that you can't underestimate how hard it is to start a game and play like 70, 80 minutes in comparison to just getting 20 if you're
But you
not
know, I don't
fully fit.
understand is though, if the man was a risk, yeah, which means he was a risk, which means something could happen, and you still brought him on anyway.
Yeah, because
And
20
to
minutes is what he felt like he could give him, not a whole 7.
But
Here's
you know
the
what it is,
problem-
bro?
here's
That's
the
a
problem,
risk in
though,
itself, though.
That's what I was
Like,
gonna
that's
say.
kind of mad, bro.
even though it's
And
20 minutes, he had to do a lot of hard running because they were playing on the
Because
counter.
because we're still doing
down
that.
to 10 men.
And
You
he
gotta
knew the
remember as well.
situation. We went higher up the pitch, you know.
You got to remember as well, let's keep it a buck. Not that he's arrogant in the web, like he doesn't respect people. Klopp thought we'd be all right. At home, I think he thought we'd be all right.
And
We should have been all right. We should have been all right. So, you know.
Man, them took their chances. If Salah and Nunez took their chances, we would have been all right tonight. Sam Max Legend says, riddle me this. Why did we get rid of 3 attackers? Origi's contract ran out. Mane wanted to leave and Minamino wanted to leave. Sam, the question I can't answer is why we didn't get 3 to replace those. Jamrock says, Nunez once amped up in his first home game and had a rush of blood to his head. I've done worse in a playoff game when man elbowed me in the spine. Brawl started. Oh, man, like Jamrock, yeah? I see you.
I will never ever condone what Nunez did because it cost us points or whatever. But I understand what Jam was talking about when, as a lot of people have said as well, man, even you said it, Matt, during the thing, like you hate him because he's a really dirty player. He was kicking, pushing, doing all that stuff. So Nunez should have controlled himself, but man was roughing him up. And I can understand when a man just thinks, nah, what are you doing here? Like,
enough is enough.
Because even the moment when he headbutted him, he like walked up behind him and pushed him in the back of his head.
Yes,
so it's
because
like,
Nunez headbutted him before that. Nunez headbutted him before that.
Because he was roughing him up. So what I'm saying is I don't condone it.
No, we understand. No, it wasn't really. He
was roughing him up.
Put his head back in it.
If I throw my head back at someone, that's a headbutt. Someone does that.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not condoning that, but what it is, he was getting wound up in it. He was getting wound up, and he's just got to understand that. Like, that's
rough him up back. Rough him up back. How many times have we seen Mane get roughed up? How many times have we seen Salah get roughed up?
I don't condone it.
All the top players get roughed up.
Yeah, but Mane used to play on the edge. Enough times Mane nearly got sent off by Real.
Mane was a little bit more control of his emotions.
He never headbutted anyone, but he used to like play
don't
right on the
Mane
edge.
would get mad and he'd have
we had to sub him against
elbows.
Atletico, Cal. Do you remember? And was like, he's gonna get sent off. We better bring him.
Yeah, but
off.
Robert dealt with that. But
see, I can more live with that than headbutting someone. Like, bruv, there's about
I'm not
40
condoning the
HD
headbutt.
cameras around the stadium, bruv. You don't think one of them headbutting a man?
No, I said it. I'm not condoning
Nunez just went rogue.
I'm not condoning.
But but at the same time, the thing is, what he done was stupid, and he cost us the win. But I kind of understand my reaction because man keep probably like like little ribs there in the back, all that stuff, and it's like, bro, like enough is enough in it. And but what it is as well though, the referee should have took control of the game from before because there was a couple of times when the Palace man would be mad aggressive with all of our players, and I think the referee did let a lot go, and the Palace guys were like, we're taking advantage of this. We're gonna abuse this a bit, and I think that's what happened in my opinion.
Look at the foul on Diaz in the box. That was a clear penalty, and then a minute later he gives a free kick outside the box for the same tackle. You're like, you're mugging it.
I wasn't a penalty in Diaz. I gotta be honest.
What if it's a free kick? It's a free kick, though.
There was a different. It was a different challenge though. In the box,
the one in the box was worse, Cal. To be honest,
it wasn't. Diaz was backing into him, and he was hovering over to win the
used to grab throats. Listen, Mane's a bad man. Don't worry about
I'm just saying. I would never condone a headbutt, but my man was kicking him, pushing him, and all that. And it's like, sometimes you just like you lose it. Like
as I said, but we'll always go back and forth with this whole. Got a bad man up on a football pitch. Today left us with a red card.
Not let man
you
bad
can't
you
do
up.
That.
Not bad a man up, just not let man bad you up. That's what I say.
He went about it. What it is, he went about it the wrong way. That's what the issue is. He went about it the wrong way to retaliate. You don't have to retaliate like that. But what I'm also gonna say is though, he's still a human being, and he kind of snapped in it. We got to understand, man's human. He snapped because
he's young
what you
as
doing?
well.
Enough is enough. That's that. We're not condoning it. We're just saying this is why we think it happened, didn't it? He just snapped, bro.
And he'll learn, and he won't do it again, hopefully.
Freaking jarring, bro, because we got no striker now. But now we're definitely playing with a false nine.
Yeah, we're fucked.
We play with a
and
false 9, a false 8, everything, bro. But anyway, we move.
And Dill says, if a defender conceded 3 goals to, are you giving him time?
It's totally different.
It's not.
Nah, it is. It's totally.
It's
different.
not. It's not different at all.
It is totally different.
It's
No,
not.
it's slightly. It
Totally
is slightly different because it. But one thing I will say though,
I'm going to
someone
switch on
did
you guys.
say
If Kabak played tonight and Kabak gave away 3 chances or threw up a stinker.
3 clear, and they were all his mistakes.
Yeah, we'd have something to say about it, wouldn't we?
So what we're saying now is a striker missing a chance is the equivalent of a defender making a mistake.
In some
Like
aspects, yes.
No,
In
it's
some
not the
aspects,
same.
yes.
But I think
It's
when
not
you
the
say
same
mistake,
at
are
all.
we talking like Van Dijk mistake, give away a penalty, or we just talking like it was just like a bad defense? I don't know because it's different how you can see. Like that's a bit mad still.
They're not the same at all.
And what? Yeah, that's
Not
I
for
think that's
me
a bit
anyway.
That's a
They're-
bit
they're
different.
not the same
still.
at all.
I can't lie, it's a bit different, but I understand you kind of gotta try and draw a line somewhere. But I think it's a little bit harsh though to do that though, personally. But
Zabiri, if we lose or draw to Man U, I'm off the grid. Lucky for you, bro.
yeah.
Zabiri, Drifty, this season is going to be long for us to call 911.
Someone please call 911.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. That's why my eyes are turning red. Milner was dead. Nonsense got a red card. We go and be all right. I hope so. Shoyam says Matt mentioned Pep's book about 20 times today. Matt might legit swing on Pep if he sees him this season. Jamrock, Naby appeared in 40 games with 2,100 minutes. Not bad. That doesn't sound
Henderson
like a man who's not trusted.
Henderson played 3,800 and something minutes though, which is nearly double. So the point still
Henderson covers
remains.
2 positions in midfield.
No, but the point still remains. Naby's minutes aren't
And
a
he
lot
wasn't
if you
injured.
compare it.
When Naby wasn't injured, Naby was trusted a lot of the time.
It's all right. Look, if you lot believe Klopp, then it's all right. I'm just saying that I don't.
But that's what I'm saying. That's another fact there.
That's not a fact. 2,000 minutes isn't a lot for a world-class midfielder who was fit all season. It's not.
He wasn't fit all season though.
Naby wasn't injured once last season, Carl.
Are you sure? about
Naby was not injured, and if he was, it was like
He picked out injured. He just wasn't like big injured.
Naby was fit for the majority of the season.
40 appearances out of 64.
Remember when we looked at the stats and it said Thiago played more minutes than Naby? And we know how injured Thiago was last season.
No, I know, but 40 appearances out of 64 sounds like a player who's trusted.
5 minutes is an appearance, though.
So he's 90, but he was still trusted.
Yeah, so you can get 45 minutes and it looked like you got 40 appearances.
When we played
come on,
Man
man.
City, what was the starting lineup in that game?
Guys, let's not go back into it. Let's just agree to disagree, man.
All right, cool.
Starday's in drift. Only one
Klopp just
left
played, man, for
await to
jokes.
FSG situation. Read the clues of the situation. Klopp is speaking that in the media, but read the actions. It ain't Klopp. I'm waiting to see these actions.
That's
I
what
really
I'm
am.
trying to say. They're already on show, but
Bayesian Barnes, guys, let's be honest. We have a serious problem internally. We shouldn't be in this position. No cover on the wings, midfield in shambles, and the injury issue with now limited options. Put on your seatbelt. It's going to be a roller coaster. Yeah, I've already got mine on.
don't even look like a roller coaster right now. It just looks like I'll put your foot down. Man, just gonna be just stuck to the chair, bro.
Vince's viewpoint says you don't make 3 changes when you're on the up. Diaz scored and man pulled out. 3 players are changed things. We couldn't progress after that. That's a fair point. To be
I
fair.
I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I
fair
guess he
point.
was thinking about getting like energy on the pitch because we're man down. But yeah, he
Mr.
did
Tibbler
change
says,
it up a bit.
gentlemen, I cannot be emotionally invested this season. I cannot watch Monopoly Chester FC copyright expressions win the league again. Yeah, I hear you.
Get used to it though, bro.
You're gonna do the 3-peat mad thing, bro.
AA says Klopp also said Jesus will return. Selection
He will
says
one day.
don't want to hear Klopp complain about the fixture congestion with the injury-prone midfield situation. Guys so delusional, it's even funny. Plain Enthusiast X says, hoofball to Naldini and strike, and we're cooking, I swear. I'm not even going to knock it. That might work better than what we've been doing. Miss Sinclair says, I feel our budget was taken up by Nunez. The moment we lost out on Tchouameni and then extended Milner, told my mates we weren't getting a midfielder.
It's not even just a midfielder, you know. Credit to Cal for saying it earlier. We actually need another forward. Like, the midfield is just the more obvious to the open eye, but we need another forward as well. Still no cover for Mo. No natural cover for Diaz.
Can I ask you a question? If Mane didn't say back in January that he wanted to leave, do you think we would have got Diaz?
No.
Do you now see what I mean about what I'm saying?
Or, yes, but no Nunez, and then Mane would have just been the striker. So whichever way you want to spin that.
Mane said he weren't going, Diaz wouldn't have come.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Maybe we would have, but then Mane would have been the striker and we wouldn't have bought Nunez. So it would have been a similar scenario regardless.
We weren't getting Diaz. Star Dazin says, starting team and formation for the Man U win. Ask me in a couple of days, bro.
Yeah, we'll have to do that for the preview.
Snake Eyes, Fabinho was not good today. Do you think we need to sign a midfielder with Do you think we need to sign a midfielder with the injury history of our midfielders? Love the show. P.S. No singing. Snake Eyes, we needed to sign a midfielder from 2020 alongside Thiago when we knew Genie wasn't going to extend. But there's no one on the market in the whole of the world who's better than the midfielders we have right now.
No, there's no one in the market. That's 1.95 m, remember? That can what was it? 1.95
Arrive late and score headers.
Arrive late and score headers. Bad man Klopp saying that, you know.
How many footballers that aren't goalies are even 6'4", period?
Klopp must know one.
Was Mertesacker 6'4"?
No, Mertesacker like 6'7".
No, it's six. No, it was 6'6" or 6'5", not 6'7". Yeah.
He's one of the only outfield players I can think. Him and Ibrahimovic. That's like
man said 1.95
I think Gravenberch might be about 6'4", to be fair. 6'3", 6'4".
6'3", 6'4", Gravenberch.
Oh, so there was one available then.
Yeah, but remember Klopp. Listen, he's the one that said he has everything that he needs. Even the spiel from the club is saying Klopp's happy with what he's got. He's happy to go with what he's got. So he likes what he's got, bro.
Selection. Is it me or does our attacking pattern attacking pattern just dead? I think the team are on. I think teams are onto us. Pep needs to tweak attacking patterns a bit.
That's a fact. Ancelotti laughed at us as he lifted the Champions League and said, "I knew how to play against Liverpool."
And imagine how people are now saying Pep needs to tweak it. You know, they're talking about Lijnders. You know, they're saying he's the man. That's the guy, bro.
To be fair, as the coach, he probably does have a large responsibility for the way we play.
But I'm sure.
No, bro, he does, bro. Think about
Klopp
it.
must look at that and just go, "This stinks, fam. What is this?"
But here's the wickedest thing. This is
if
where
it's
I'll
not
give
working.
This is where I'll give
Can't
credit
lie,
to
bro.
Ferguson, where maybe I will say the whole loyalty thing to Klopp could come back to bite him, even though I fully understand the loyalty. No matter what they achieved, every 4 to 5 years, Fergie replaced his number 2/coach, and he went through enough, man, from kid to Umbrella to all of the man them.
Carlos
Quiros, feeling like he went through enough, man, and every 4 to 5 years it will change it up. And I think that might be more where I could say the loyalty thing could come back and hurt Klopp, because Klopp will never get rid of Lijnders. And the only reason he got rid of Buvac is because they personally fell out. If they didn't personally fall out, Buvac would still be there.
To be fair, though, if I'm not mistaken, Kidd wanted to go and stop being a coach. Full stop. McLaren got offered a job. So did Carlos Quiros.
Yeah. There was extenuating circumstances, but I still think if you look at the history, that Fergie probably would have still at some points. He always refreshed his backroom with that kind of thing. So, you know what I mean.
Last super chat of the show. Troy M says FSG said if we get Kopish to 800 likes for the end of the stream, we can get a right winger in centre midfield this summer. What we say in chat?
Well, what are we on anyway?
No idea at the moment.
I ain't got a clue, but I know is that where you know what kills it. We've got to wait a week to play.
I don't think that's such a bad thing with our injuries.
No, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, guys, come on. We've only got
long,
450 for likes, man. Come on, guys, smash that like, man. Come on,
man. Are moving like Klopp, man. Bare indecisiveness. What do you mean you ain't click the like button? What's with the indecisive, man?
Come on, guys.
And Dill says a defender gives away 3 goals. We'd want him gone.
No, but guys, we're not gonna that. Like I said, that's too far. If a game's 0-0 and a striker misses 3 chances, the game remains 0-0. If a game's 0-0 and then the defender gives away 3 goals, you're losing 3-0. They are not comparable. Like, come on, they are not comparable.
How can we go 2 games and not even see a dub? This is mad, you know.
And the opposition wasn't even good enough for that to not be the case.
We're not talking
like, you could arguably say that Man United have had a harder start than us.
Yeah.
Like, arguably, you could say Brentford away is a harder game than Fulham away because they're Prem used to.
Even if we got
and
one
Brighton
dub,
are a better team than Crystal Palace.
even if we like won this game, obviously, like, you know, we drew the first game a little bit rusty, but the second game, and then like it's the manner on how we drew the game. I keep saying lost the game, but it's the manner which we drew. Like the yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what's kind of depressing right now? Yeah. Like watching your team play and they just look flat. Bro, I was watching PSG the other day and I know it's a different league and whatever, and people can say Fumsy, but I'm not gonna lie, the way they were attacking, I was like, this is mad. I'm looking at us and I'm thinking we do the same old thing.
Yeah, but let's not talk about PSG because he didn't get the ball past
I'm just
actually walked off and had a stroke, but he could have got involved in the attack.
We're not talking. I'm not talking about that. That's another story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way how they play football, the way how top teams play football, Bayern Munich, the way how Man City play football. We never used to be as bad as this. We're regressing, you know. You know why we're regressing? Because the engine stayed the same. Everyone else has renewed their engine. Ours has stayed exactly the same. Or the only way the engine was better.
The only way we win the league we win the league this season is if we beat City home and away, and that won't happen, so it's over.
Man City, I don't know what it is, but they just, I mean, even they knew when it was time for like Fernandinho to leave. Like they said, yo, we're gonna bring in Calvin Phillips, and he ain't even played. Rodri's the guy, but we're still hanging on.
But guys, this is why I don't get when I used to just give them the credit and people say I'm being a City fan or whatever. They're just better than us. Like sometimes you just gotta it is what it is, man. Like there's no shame in
them man are making changes.
Can we not forget about the extenuating circumstances around Manchester City as a football club, though, guys?
No,
really?
but all right,
of course. There's reasons for it.
No, but teams,
it's still a fact.
But where you know you're weaker, you try and like you make changes, innit? You try and improve, but it's like all we do is get out black tape and use masking tape or something, bro. We don't really like we don't really do nothing. Man's like, oh, what the thing's burst yet? Yeah, don't worry, just get a bit of masking tape. We'll just cover it over. It's calm. Don't worry about that. No one ain't gonna see the masking tape right there. Or
and I do want to also add just briefly. Why are we 2 Monday games in a row?
Oh no, bro. I think right now I don't even know what I don't know.
Bro. That's proper taking the piss. You know. Like, we don't have a
dynamic midfield. Bro, the dynamic midfield left time ago. We were talking about that's when Henderson, Wijnaldum were in their prime. Them man, they could do the dynamic thing. Henderson has to play 6 now. Milner it's just mad. It's just mad. I can't relax.
Star Daisy says, who starts the next game, Costas or Robbo? Please answer. Should be Costas, but it'll be Robbo.
Yeah, it should be Robbo still.
What will it take for you, man, to be Klopp out? Quick answer. What if next season Klopp says Morton is like a new signings and no money BS? It'll take a lot for me to be Klopp out.
Yeah, I'll take a lot. Obviously, it depends how the season pans out as well in terms of like the manner, like because obviously you can just like have bad luck or whatever. But I think if we as fans like don't see progression in terms of what's actually happening, we're gonna start asking questions. Everyone will start naturally asking questions because imagine if all season we played exactly how we played today, and there isn't really that much urgency unless something happens, and our attacking play is like exactly the same. We will ask questions of Liverpool's hierarchy, full stop. You would naturally, because you wouldn't take that all season. You wouldn't naturally. No one would. If anyone could sit here and say they could take this all season, you must be mad. You must love punishment, brother.
You got to look at the way Kostas played when he
So-
come on and think, does he deserve to start?
But I can't lie there. We are so
Robbo played for longer with a target man, and you'd arguably say they had the same amount of impact.
But it is kind of mad that we are so Liverpool that pre-season and community shield we win it, and then everyone just starts getting injured, bro. Like mad injuries, bro. Like stupid, bro. It's so frustrating. Jota couldn't even. Do you know Jota hasn't even played a game? He had an injury at the end in international at the end of last season, recurring injury. Thiago gets injured. He has his yearly injury. Naby Keita gets sick. Curtis Jones has some innocuous injury that's put him out for however long. Then you've got flipping Roberto Firmino, who was obviously injured last season, comes back for a couple of games and is injured again. Have I missed out anyone else? Calvin Ramsey I haven't even seen Calvin Ramsey on inside training, blood. Have you, man? I don't even know what he looks like.
Been injured. Apparently something that came up in the medical, but it's worse than what it was.
And then we've got an array of great centre-backs. Ibu does his knee, but we actually deep it. But we had 4 centre-backs and we had to play our 5th choice centre-back tonight.
It was always going to happen because it was quite impeccable,
Where's
the injury record.
Let me get some masking tape. I need to paper over
if you lot think about it, last season, injury-wise, it was quite impeccable. Other than Thiago and 1 or 2 here or there.
Do you know how many man I just...
Very, very fit
squad for Gordon and Keller. Do you know how many man But, Drift, do you know how many... Do you know
it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen, bro.
Do you know how many injuries I just
We're never going to go
named?
2 years in a row without injuries.
We could if we had more robust players.
No, but do you know what's scary, guys? We've got about 8 or 9 injuries, and the season's just begun.
No, I know.
What's intensive? We haven't done anything.
No. When man's doing double sessions for 2 hours in pre-season and that is.
No, but bro, we're probably you might be right, but we're not necessarily the only team that does that. I get what you're saying.
I mean, actually, what am I talking about? All we do is just fucking smoke spliffs and read books in training. So to be honest with you, that's pretty relaxing.
Adil says, yeah, but it's cost us vital points. It's cost points, Drift, vital points.
I'm not even sure what Andel's referring to.
Matt is literally expressing how I feel. Love, Matt.
Love, brother.
Star David, Matt, love your analysis. Kept it balanced all the way with real context to our entire situation. LeBron, this brother. Cavs v Golden State 2018.
Yeah. All right, that's appreciate that, brother. Enough respect, brother. Love, man.
All right. Anything you guys want to say before we take the people out?
Yeah, we got some problems, and I just hope that some of them kind of fix themselves. I can't lie to you. The amount of injuries that I just said, and now it's starting to sink in. That's mad, bro. We played the 5th try centre back today. That says it all. That's where we are at the moment. We bought 1 striker, 2 are injured. We got how many midfielders injured? The new right back's injured. Mad thing, bro. Crazy.
James says, part of me is in pain. The other thinks, is this simply what Liverpool deserve by not addressing what we need from the transfer window? Inevitable. It's not just this transfer window. Last summer was a real problem because it left us with too much to do this summer, which will leave us with too much to do next summer. And the cycle continues all the way back from 2019. Mwah. KP says, hi, Cal, blah, la, la, la. That 80 mil euro looking like money well spent. Imagine your fan base had the gas to compare this brother to a real gunman like Haaland. Some members of the fan base, not all. I don't think it's fair to say all members of the fan base did. But
7 touches.
We'll roll on.
I'm going to bed, boys.
Yeah. People will probably be back midweek. Look out on social media. Make sure the notification bell is switched on.
Nah, we're taking hiatus till next Monday, fam. Until Klopp fixes up, man. Nah, man. What's there to talk about?
Don't know. And
this
Bill
is so-
says we are fighting for top 4 this season.
And I got work in the morning. Man stayed up late just to see my team get a striker sent off and draw the game and have 2 points. All for what? So when I when I wake up tomorrow morning and then Rod, did you watch the game? Man just seems to slop back in his chair with my breakfast, fam. It's done.
You know, you
Done
remember last season when we were
Done
just
fam.
doing a little reflection and we were like that Brighton game, we were 2-0 up and we shouldn't have drawn it.
Yeah. We're gonna
And
get
you know,
back
it's going
to
through
it.
like the odd couple things. We've already had 2 of those results and we've only played 2
Yeah,
games.
no, you're right. That's kind of that's the bit that kills it. You know, we how can we have reflection like 2 weeks in?
Yeah. It's done. Any hope anybody here had of trying to win the league are gone. And I'm not even trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be a downer. It's done. Cup competitions, maybe. We'll see, innit? League? That shit's over. that shit is over.
Nah, man, Klopp's figuring it out. Nah, Klopp's figuring it out.
2 games in and the league is done. What are you saying?
Nah, he'll
Tottenham's going to
figure
put
it
up a better challenge for the title than we
He'll
are.
figure it out. He'll figure it out. Sorry. I mean, Pep's already figured it out for us and told everyone. But yeah, we move. Yeah, man.
Well, people, until we see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish. We're out, people. Take care.
Book is on sale worldwide. Go and buy it, people.